We can bring in Shane Gillis because I was at the fight. I saw Dennis sat next to me, just chirping the whole fight. Look at this guy. He looks like he's on the rotunda, Jane Fonda and Clute. He was making fun of the fighters, making fun of everyone in the audience, making fun of the girls behind us. He's so hilarious.
No. Well, he doesn't get out with his friends as much like he used to or do stand-up around us. So when I was around him, he was just dropping incredibly funny
He's got
lines.
all built up. So Shane Gillis, who is our guest, great comic. I saw him there at the fight too. Went over and said hi to him. He's a huge dude. I think I'm...
Yeah, he's like 6'4".
I don't think I'm that huge because everyone is seemingly extra huge. So anyway, he's a big dude. He's very funny. I see him a lot on Instagram.
Yeah.
I follow him. I see his clips. Very edgy. Was on SNL for the shortest amount of time of any cast member, probably.
What do you mean? I don't remember that part.
I think he was on for a day.
No, he has a very interesting story. And we, I like to say now, break it down. We break down his adventure into being hired on Saturday Night Live and then essentially let go, and the emotion around that and the circumstances around that. So it's a compelling story. It's a unique podcast, and he is one of the best stand-ups out there right now.
Filling up huge arenas, getting big bucks. I don't want to say the story was a roller coaster, but it was.
I'm going to say something. There was actual real emotion. There were laughs, but there was real emotion on the podcast we did with Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis.
Gillis?
Shane, is it Gillis or Willis?
Yeah, it's Gillis, but you're kind of putting a little...
Gillis? Okay, sorry.
No, it's good. It's just your interpretation. Okay, well, Shane, here's Shane, and enjoy. Enjoy. Look at Spade. I look like I'm from Yellowstone.
That's not Kevin Costner?
It's me, dude.
God, Costner.
Shane, are you on, guy?
Yeah, what's going on?
He was waiting for us to quiet down.
We just talk about anything. Thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Thank you guys for having me.
Spade gets really, really boring really fast.
Fucking so fast. He's heard.
That's a joke.
No, Dana, I know a lot of guys that know Shane well. I don't know him well. I don't really know him, but all my funny friends think Shane is great, and stuff I've seen is really good, and so it's fun to have you here. And
hey, man,
a bunch of stupid shit.
My sons told me over time. They said you got to see this guy Bill Burr. It's like 10 years ago or whatever. Then they go, you got to see this guy Theo Vaughn. And then they said you, and brought your special on, especially the one you did in the little club in Austin.
Yeah.
Which is pretty brilliant. I mean, it's got 8 million views. I think our listeners should understand this new idea of homemade show business where you don't have a corporate master and you're just doing stuff off the grid and you create this empire. It didn't exist. When I came through, it was Johnny Carson or an NBC guy for a sitcom. Now it's like the Wild West. So you're one of those people, I think, who'll do whatever you want, or you could go back on SNL. I've talked to Lauren last night.
It's all good, yeah.
I think it's a passage of time. It's that thing of like, we looked the special and we could really use like that kind of voice,
yeah. He's not going to let it go. He wants to prove he was right.
Well, yeah, you had we're just getting all your greatest hits right now. Gilly and Keith. So you've been doing sketch comedy online too, which is incredibly funny. ISIS, Toyota, and Trump speed dating. I didn't know you were an impressionist, but your Trump is very cool. It's really good.
Oh, thanks, man. I like this podcast, man.
Yeah,
this is good.
It's only 6 minutes today, so
you don't have to talk until the last 2 minutes.
We usually just talk. We self-congratulate, talk about our guest for 20 minutes. We compliment you, and then we tap out and we play music. But anyway, how are you? That's all I had to say for now.
I'm good. Things are good. When I'm done with this, I'm in New York right now. I got to drive to Philly tonight, and then I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I got to drive home.
Dude, he went to West Point, Dana.
I know. That's the thing. I saw in one of the comments. It's what's great about Shane is he's got 30 points of IQ that he's not letting the audience in on.
No, I went to West Point. I went to West Point for about 3 weeks. So don't. For
Well-
real, I quit right away.
Well, what was it? I read about it. Was it a football scholarship, or were you like 4.2? West Point's not easy, is it? I mean, to get into.
No, it's easier when you're playing football, which is what I was doing. But it's everybody there is on scholarship. You don't pay tuition at West Point. So
Right.
I got recruited to play football.
So could I ask what your position was and what your size was?
I played offensive line. I was about 6'3", 295, 300.
You're about 6'1" now.
Yeah. 6'1", 300.
Wait a minute. You're walking around the planet at 6'3", 295.
Shit.
Yeah.
What did that feel like? Because you don't look. You look husky, but you're not.
I didn't know you were that tall either. Yeah, you seem that's a monster.
Yeah, it hurts physically. It hurts to be that big, dude.
Well, it's like even though you hold the mic, you're so tall, you have to kind of lean down to it, right? You feel like even though you could bring it up, you still have to get down to it, kind of, right? It's sort of a stylistic thing, but it's very.
Him and Kevin Nealon have to get down to the mic even if they're holding it. They just show how tall they are.
It's it's too tall. But anyway, so that's a fascinating. I've never met a comedian who was an offensive lineman at 295, and then it's like pretty much one of the best guys doing stand up right now. That's an amazing. And you started in 2012, which seems like yesterday. Like my first set was in 1976.
Gross.
Not only could I be your dad, I could be your grandfather. I love the stuff you do about your dad and screaming at the TV and all that stuff. It's really, really fucking
Thank
funny.
you.
Yeah.
So you start. Well, let's just get out of the way this SNL horse shit because people tune out at minute 3 on us. We've found through studies.
We've been talking about the metrics.
Yeah, so they're already gone. So now we can talk about it.
We can get that behind us.
Yeah. So we.
So you
we
were
have our
on
own
SNL.
stories, yeah.
You were on it.
Let's go really far back, Dana. You were born, and then fast forward to you got a call from Lauren.
Well, Shane was on SNL. That's all I know. I didn't read any further. I just want to know some of the sketches or what happened.
Yeah, that's great.
So, how was your time there as a cast member?
It was good. I went into the office twice.
Did you really go in?
Yeah. Well, I mean, counting the auditions, I went in maybe twice. Yeah. Not to meet anybody, just literally like damage control, like sitting there with Lauren talking about it. Yeah.
Shane, when you leave here, you won't be coming back.
He thought it was he was like, no, we're going to get past this. And I was sitting there like, there's no way. There's no way.
Oh, he actually took that tack. That's interesting that maybe he thought it would, he's obviously in a controversial business of comedy and that show has always gotten in trouble. So that's sort of interesting about your story is that what does it take in this day and age to go too far in their eyes? And I guess you did, but that's the opinion. But two things that are interesting, you bounce back, which is hard to do. And that's why, like Dana says, you're a sort of a self-made guy doing this other way because that was sort of your only channel now.
I didn't do that by choice. I would have much rather had people set things up for me.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have been nice. It would have been very nice.
But do you feel a little better right now because the special was so well received? I mean, because that was your biggest mic drop and your sketch show. So you're in a different place than when you walked out of the 17th floor. You've really landed on your feet. The only thing I want to delineate, I may be getting canceled, but I didn't really get a sense of what you said other than like throughout my time on the planet doing comedy or even with my friends, I would do impressions of racist people, but I was not the racist. It's like Harvey Korman. If you take him at his word in Blazing Saddles, have you seen Blazing Saddles? Yeah. So he says the N word probably 800 times. So he may be technically the most racist human being in history if context doesn't matter just by saying it. So I don't know why he's not canceled posthumously. Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I could have done the impression a little better. Make it a little more obvious it was an impression, but yeah, I don't know.
Right. I just thought you were doing a white racist guy, being very That was my impression of your impression.
Yeah, I was doing an impression of myself.
Well, in comedy, it's dicey because once you're on that stage, it's almost anything goes because it's all under the umbrella of comedy, and that's not the way it goes anymore. I'd like to see. So you're doing sketches. How do you get in front of Lauren, or who hears that you're good enough to even audition? How does that go?
I think they saw me doing stand up at JFL or Clusterfest, which is a Comedy Central thing.
Okay.
So I did New Faces at Just for Laughs in Montreal. And I guess SNL people were there and saw me and liked it and asked me to audition. Actually, they asked me to write first, and I didn't submit a packet because I didn't want to, I don't want to be a writer.
Could I just ask, wow, okay, how did you get that good that fast? Because that's like 2019 they saw you, and you started in 2012. So
yeah,
that's like hardly beginning in some ways. But so you got really good really fast. So you just took to it. You were like in your early 20s?
Yeah, I just did it every day.
And did you write every day? Did you record, listen, and write? Or you just got up every day and kind of...
Yeah, honestly, that's where podcasting really helps. Is me and my friend just joked around every week for a couple hours, and that's you're just sitting there riffing, and you're like, all right, that could work, and then you go to an open mic that night, you're like, all right, that works.
And you're early in on podcasting too, so you're way ahead of the game on that. And does that get you enough of a base, because podcasting is obviously bigger now? Dana and I have been assigned to do this one, and so through jury duty, we get points for this on my Amex card. So so you do that, and then it gets you enough of a bubbling audience to
go to Just for Laughs.
Shows.
What
was
your first big one? Yeah, Montreal, the Just for Laughs. Was that a big deal at the time to be asked?
Oh yeah. Okay. I wanted New Faces very bad. Yeah.
And that really, really launches people, that show, if you kill.
Yeah.
And some it doesn't, which is worse, right? They go and then nothing happens.
Well, they book a lot of people that aren't good. So if you're like, I'd been doing stand-up for 10 years when they booked me. So it was like some of those people that they book for New Faces are like literally like 2 years in. I was like, some of them are like 20 years old.
It's like
30.
open mic faces.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, if you're not Eddie Murphy or something, it's a disfavor when they put people on when they're not ready.
Yeah.
Well, Shane, when I did just to keep interrupting you, when I did HBO, you had a young comedian special. HBO Young Comedians, hosted by Dennis Miller, who was one of my favorites at the time. So they do that, and that was sort of the only game in town. But on TV, it was sort of equivalent to what you're saying. And they had like the young comedians, but I always joke it's like Richard Belzer and people, and I'm like, wait, I'm actually a young comedian. Can I be on this? And I was on that borderline of having a pretty good 8 to 10 to 12 minutes, but not much more. But at least that was pretty polished to get me on. And then after that, you got to sort of go. But that was 6 of us: Rob Schneider, Drake Say. There's people on there. So that helped me the way that that JFL thing is for you, and that's where SNL saw me. And so you get this break, and then the talks start happening. Oh, did you have an agent and everything at this point?
Yes, I did have an agent. I was with UTA.
Oh, yeah. Big one, yeah.
Yeah, and then they dropped me during the.
I was about to say, God damn it, did they drop you?
Wait a minute,
cowards. Those cowards.
A corporation got nervous and actually let you go.
Oh, man.
Hey, you want to know something funny? They kept Jussie Smollett for a very, very long time.
Oh, too long.
Wow.
Yeah, they kept him until like this year. Yeah.
This year. Yeah. Oh, we feel like they. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
they actually
anyway,
had the noose. He gave him the noose as sort of a souvenir, and they had it in the lobby of UTA. What? We can't do that? What was a fake noose? I think I'm canceled every day, but I feel like I'm too irrelevant and too from the 60s to get
Your
canceled.
Your special is called Too Old to Cancel.
You can't cancel me. Life is canceling me.
Yeah.
If I was a fuel gauge, I'd be less than a quarter tank. I'd be like an eighth of a tank if my lifespan was a fuel gauge.
It would be like this. Bung, 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 bung.
Yeah, and I'd just be cutting down as I got into the gas station. But anyway, so you blow up. Do you remember what were you feeling then? Like it seemed like you were on a rocket ship in a way.
Oh,
you kill it just for laughs.
No, it wasn't a rocket. I was
well, you killed in Montreal. That's what I heard. Anyway.
Yes, that was good. Yes, I did well there, and then Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like crazy. I just started like headlining, but then yes, there was a lot of offers quick, including SNL was like right away.
Okay.
SNL was like, we want you to. They sent me a writer's packet. I didn't do it, but then they were like, we want you. They asked me to audition, and they were like straight to main stage audition. Um, because they'd
So
already seen me do
eight
stand-up.
for right on the
Yes.
tongue where they do the
Right
they call
where
it
the
tongue.
monologue. Yeah. Monologue.
Right,
Yeah.
right, Dana, where they
Yeah.
the monologue is, yeah.
And there's 20 people in the audience. Go ahead.
Yeah,
whatever.
it was one of those things where I was like, I'm literally, I'm never gonna get this. SNL, they're not gonna, I'm not that type of guy right now where SNL is. And I figured there's no chance. And I was like, I was not nervous. I was sitting in the green room. You know how they make you wait for like 2 hours. I guess to kind of like rattle you. I didn't care.
Lauren, I think I've never talked to him about it, but I do think he likes to kind of rattle people around that situation, just to see if they can handle when the red light goes on without shitting themselves. So you go on, you're so loose because you don't give a shit. You think you have? Okay, you got nervous.
I thought I didn't care until you walk through that tunnel and you see the stage, and then I was like, oh fuck, like this is it. And as soon as I was so nervous, the mic was shaking. So I had to like put it against my chin to do the set.
I've gotten a shaky hand before. It's tough.
It's embarrassing.
It catches you off guard. You're like, am I shaking?
Yeah.
Well, you hold it with both hands then maybe, right?
True.
No,
that makes sense. I should have.
Could you see Lauren's face when you were up there?
Yeah, but just kind of a shadow. Yes.
Sometimes Dana
smoke coming up like
Dana. When I was there, he holds a flashlight under his chin in the dark
and makes sounds like show. So then, so you thought? What did you think when you got off? Did
you do Trump?
I don't think I did do a Trump impression. I could be wrong. I did a joke about Trump that it's funny. The joke at the time was like, it's funny to watch every comedian go on and make fun of Trump. And it's like, they're lucky he's not here. He would bury all these comedians, including me. I like do it. Oh yeah. You know what I did? I did do a Trump because the rest of that joke is him following me and calling me a fat loser and how he would definitely be.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
What a loser, that guy. Very fat.
Very fat.
Very fat. I saw that a bit, and it was like a shooting gallery when he went up against the other Republicans.
Oh,
it was extraordinary. Sleepy or low energy.
Low energy.
Little Sleepy Marco. Joe caught on too. That was hot.
He's got a new one right now for Ron DeSanctimonious.
I know. And what do you make of that? I don't think it's
a little bumpy, but I'm getting back.
I'm not sure if I get sanctimony from DeSantis. I'm not sure if it just. It rhymes, it's so you got the D and the E and you just continue it and you know what you got. But I don't know if that's the best nickname.
It's not his best work, but it's good though that he's still trying.
I mean, no matter what any nickname he gives somebody is funny because it's coming from him. I mean, Sleepy's not the best nickname. It's just funny that he's out there making fun of other politicians.
Of course. Little Rocket Man was ballsy.
Little
Rocket Man. Tiny rockets, little tiny rockets.
Tiny hands like
but you do a
rudest.
great one. And you have the bill. I mean, you look, I'm not saying you look like him, but you look more. I mean, I'm such a pencil neck. You could put me in anything, but you actually, it was a cool look you had on that sketch show.
My favorite one was Mini Mike Bloomberg. He literally ended Bloomberg's. Bloomberg
forgot about
they ended the campaign. He called him Mini Mike, and they were like, all right, we're done. They put $1 billion into the campaign. He called him Mini Mike, and they're like, all right.
Over.
All it took was the word Mini and Mike, and $1 billion went away. That's
it just makes you sound like the biggest asshole. He doesn't even put it through a computer. He just says it, and you're like, yeah, we ran 100, and that's the best one.
Well,
the best one to make you feel like an asshole.
If you were running against him and you knew he was going to come at you, I mean, how could you advise DeSantis? Like, ignore it, come back at it, or,
If I was DeSantis, I'd say Humpty Trumpty had a big fall.
Daffy Donald.
Yeah, but you can't combat it unless it's authentic. Because some of those other guys tried to do it, and it just
I know. Oh, it was humiliating.
It's so bad.
Rubio tried to go after his hands.
Yeah,
little hands, and it looked terrible.
All it did was give Trump an alley oop to go on a debate and say he had a big dick.
Yeah,
it's
true.
Just made it funny.
Let me tell you, there's no problem down there, right? There's no problem. And he pointed to his cock. There's no problem. It's still the most exotic political creature in the history of probably the 2,000 years. I don't know about,
He's up there with open micers. It's impossible. He's like a seasoned headliner.
Oh, if you put him in a hip hop rap competition, I mean, Eminem would have trouble. Everyone would be in trouble.
The only way to beat him is you gotta be Biden. You gotta just have no clue what he's saying. Just totally, totally be unfazed. You can't get your feelings hurt. You're just up there talking.
Well, I have a theory, Shane, that when he went to the first debate, I think he had a UFC fighter with him on the plane, and I think he got really amped up Trump. So what you would have been smarter for him to do would be let Biden talk, but he wouldn't let him talk, and that kind of made Biden look really good.
Yeah. I remember that first debate. Trump looked awful,
hyperbolic, and then Biden didn't have to really complete a sentence. He just could go, "Look at this guy! Come on! What do you say? Some people says it's Pirates of the Caribbean."
Oh, let's go back, Dana. So he does audition.
Let's digress.
No real impressions.
Yeah.
Nervous.
A little bit of Trump.
Mic on chin. You do probably 8 minutes. I don't know how long you do.
Yeah, I think it was only like 5.
Okay. Smattering of applause, I'm guessing. Thank you.
Actually, they were laughing the whole time.
Oh, great.
So it was in my head that I was nervous because I ran into Michael Che that night at a club, and he was like, he was like, you killed it. And I was like, oh, I thought I was nervous. He was like, least nervous one by far.
Oh, cool.
Even though I was in my head. I mean, my hand probably wasn't that bad.
But that's the beginning of the psychology, Dana, of like, oh, wait, is there a chance I might get this fucking job?
Yeah, it's exactly right away. I got done. Yeah, when I got done, I was like, oh, I fucking bombed. No chance.
Huh.
And then that night I ran into Che and he was like, no, you did great. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm going to fucking get this. And then I started to get like a little, I don't know. I was never like happy.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You wouldn't be happy. You said a sense of dread, right? That's what when I first got it, I felt sick to my stomach and dreadful. Like maybe I'll bomb on the show. Or what was your vibe? What was your like dread or just anxiety?
Yeah, I think dread and anxiety is exactly what like everybody else was like, oh, you must have been so happy. I was like, I mean, the only cool part was I got to call my parents and tell them. That was the first thing in comedy they have understood.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was like I kind of fucking knew something bad was coming. Sure enough.
What's the time frame now? Did they hire you the next day? Do they make an offer?
It was quick. They were talking. It was probably end of August. I took audition. September 12th is when they announced it.
Okay.
So
they announce you're on the new cast, feature player.
New feature player, and literally within 5 hours.
Whoa!
Right
away. Damn. And it was funny. This is the funniest part. I was on my way to do stand up. So I was on the train in New York. My agent calls and was like, "Did you say the word I said?" And I was like, "No, I would never say that." And then I hit a train stop, or in between stops, I lose service. And then the next text I get once the train starts again is a video of me saying it. I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm like, it'll be all right. And then the next stop is like, CNN. It's like, oh shit.
Oh boy. Next stop. Yeah. Well, maybe I, in passing, a little utterance.
It literally was just a video of my face, like not even smiling, just saying it. I was like, oh shit.
No context, nothing.
Yes.
This is public enemy number 1.
Damn. Yeah. Well, hopefully they have a new protocol like vet. If you have a problem with someone, don't let them audition. This was a mistake. I don't know who vets people and who's the decider. But
well, here that's another thing is like they did vet like the same way everybody else was like an improv person. They didn't have podcasts at the time. They just checked my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I didn't.
No one vets like Twitter people.
Yeah.
Like they're like, this guy, we'll figure it out. Give us 5 hours.
Yeah. They got me with the podcast though, is like nobody's gonna sit down and listen to 1,000 hours.
Right.
It's tough to vet the podcast. I told them, I was like, I have a podcast and I say the word gay on it a lot. And they're like, that's fine. I omitted that one.
So you guys actually literally had 1,000 hours of that podcast, or hundreds of hours? It was massive.
Yeah.
And so how many times did you use that slur?
I don't know. Before that video, I would have said 0. But then there's been a couple.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, some of these sketches you do, like I saw ISIS Toyota. Are these done before, or were you saying some of your apprehension with SNL is maybe your sketches when you went there to write or be in, you might write something that's even too far for them? So is that part of your fear? Like it might be like they might not like. I'm not saying you're a horrible person. I'm just saying some people like to push it, and some people do different things. You know.
No, that wasn't my apprehension at all. It was like I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing. It was something good happening.
Yeah.
I was kind of like,
it's like, don't wish too hard, then you get something. You don't really probably wish for SNL, but like Dana was always that type of character guy that's like the perfect spot for him. With me, it wasn't quite as perfect, but I'm sure
I bombed
terrified.
out twice. I auditioned for it, and I had no confidence at all that I could be on it. It's later it's like, you should. It was an obvious pick, but no. What I'm curious about on a human level, because when I got Blue Thunder with James Ferrantino, a TV show in 1984, I called my parents. It is sort of a thing that you kind of do, even though I had issues with my dad. But were you the one to have to call them the second time? And what did that feel like?
No, the news.
The news got it. So then they called you?
Yeah.
Shamey.
Everyone called. Everyone called and was like, are you all right? Are you all right? I was like, yeah, I'm all right. I wasn't even like that. I mean, I kind of blacked it out a little. It was like so much. But I wasn't like, I don't think I was like devastated. I was kind of just out of it. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. You're inside
I
a
could
dream.
do stand up.
Your rocket almost didn't get off the launching pad. That's the thing. You weren't way out in space falling. You were like,
yeah.
No,
I mean, I had zero. Yeah, I didn't lose anything. I had $0.
Mm-hmm.
I lost an opportunity, but it was all of a sudden I just had a lot of attention on me, which was weird. It was uncomfortable.
Dana, I wonder if it comes down to like, I know these are corporations. I know Lauren has a good sense of humor, and I know, Dana himself, there's been sketches in the past that wouldn't fly today, of course.
Oh, yeah. I did an Asian character in the 80s. And I was called out for it being inappropriate, So
it's tough
what was the accent?
Oh, full Asian. I lived near Chinatown.
No, just do it real quick.
I will. I lived in Chinatown, just a context, or near it in San Francisco, and I used to see this guy in his yard, Chinese gentleman, with a leash on a chicken. Yeah. So then I had a flight of fancy of a character from China who opens a pet chicken store, maybe in Manhattan, but he loves the chickens so much that he talks people out of buying them. So it wasn't any sort of stereotypical thing. It was like, so Lovitz came in and go, how much for this chicken? And I would say, oh, you don't want that chicken. That chicken, he think he like dog, but he not dog. You throw frisbee, he don't even catch it. He poke hole in it. 1 minute you got frisbee, next minute you got spaghetti strainer, because chicken make a lousy house pet. So there it was.
Catchphrase.
The catchphrase would, and then I would sing to My Fair Lady. The people would leave, and I go across them to his beak, and that ran 3 times. And then Candice Bergen came on as a customer, and she told me that I was a racial stereotype, and that was the last one we did. We made fun, or we acknowledged it. But for me coming in, we go by. Bill Burr was on our show, and he just said, "What's your intent? Is your intent to hurt?" To me, it was naivete. I wouldn't even understand that being offensive in 1986, 87. And neither did anyone in the show. Nobody flagged it or talked about it. So, but now we're in 2022, and I do think that if people see you and listen to you on this and see your special, see your stuff, it has its own edge to it, but you're a very likable gentleman, because they make you into this boogeyman character. And the more we see you, we meaning the public at large, like, here's a guy who's goofing around on a podcast for 1,000 hours with a friend, saying outrageous things. And we've all done that in the back of a car with our comedian friends after a gig. Yeah. How else do you make a comedian laugh without certain words that
going too far? Yeah.
And you are, but you're not doing it. You're just doing it because of the shock value. You don't take it into your heart. End of statement. I talk.
By the way, Shane doesn't ever agree that he's funny, and he's humble. He doesn't. We keep telling him, and he's never like, I knew I was really good when. He seems he seems to take it all in. Like, we all know this business is very fickle, and who's to say who's actually really funny? It's just, you just cross your fingers, and if people keep coming to the shows, it's great. If they watch your special, it's great, and it could be rug pulled any day. You just don't know. It's very tough. It's tough to be cocky.
Yeah, you'd have to be a real dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you on Rogan a lot. Now, when you go on Rogan a lot, I think you do.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that Joe has this huge place and he still invites all his buddies on and they just laugh. And I think it just sounds like fun. And that always probably unintentionally gives you a bump somewhere either.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
Rogan's
show.
Yeah. And it's also, I think, I don't want to speak for him, but I think it's good for him. Like, he needs it too. He needs to
it's fun.
He's huge. He might be the most, he can't go outside.
Well, he's the number one show kind of in the world. I mean, it's 70 million people.
Forget podcasts. It's just show.
He's bigger. Yeah, bigger than any television show, bigger than most movies as far as that audience. And so you're a regular on that. So yeah, I guess your club dates just lines around the block.
Yeah, it's very good.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I think Rogan, I mean, he always has his friends on. He always keeps his friends around. Like, probably keeps him sane.
I'm sure it does. Sandler's like that. Sandler's pretty big up there. And, he just did a tour and he's like, can you come out for a week and just come on stage or come at the beginning and then we'll sing a song together, just because it's probably not quite as fun as it used to be in a weird way. And Rogan there must be so much responsibility in a weird way that he suddenly has, that he didn't even want. And now he has all these interesting people on, and then he has interesting comics. You guys all come on and bullshit, and it's just fun for him and the audience, I would imagine.
Yeah. I knew, wait, where were you? You were just with Sandler, right?
I just went out. Yeah, we just did some in the Southeast.
I was with Adam Egget.
Oh, yeah. He told me you were doing
drunk. We were drunk, and I was like, text Sandler, dude, do it. That'll be cool. And he texted, he said, Spade's on stage.
And he said, I'm fucking bombing, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was talking shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's a little quiet in there.
No, it is fun.
In the arena. Yeah.
It's fun. Schneider was there. I think Apatow did a few. I think Conan's doing a few. He just, Swartzen. And
I just met him. Swartzen came to my show I was in Florida.
Yeah, don't buy his bullshit.
Just met him for the first time. He's wild.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, he's a great dude. So we all sort of are in that sort of world too. So, that's fun. It's all fun with the comedian buddies and that's great. You have a place to go screw off. I mean, now you obviously do stand up. And what are your thoughts about, like, Theo is big. Theo and I are writing a movie and he's big on, why don't we just put it on YouTube? I'm like, I think what we're finding is a special is easier because you're only you, and when you're a movie, there's guild problems and there's everyone needs to get paid a certain amount. And then just the idea of fun, throw it on YouTube. It got very complicated very fast. So
yeah, we
might go more conventional way, but I do like the idea of what you're doing and things like that, because your special, was it Cave in the Creek? What's it called?
Yeah, it's at the Creek in the Cave. It was just live in Austin.
Yeah, pretty lo-fi.
Yeah.
Show a few people coming in, getting a couple 7 and 7s and sit down and have a drink, and you just come out in a t-shirt and I love Dana
it.
Wishes he did that, right?
Well,
Dana?
I've done 3 shitty specials, and hold your applause. Only because you're working out in the clubs, and I usually do little characters and sketches. I'm in a little club, and I'm just on this roll and the rhythm and everything. And then you go in the big room, and the air conditioner breaks the first night, so they can't use it. And then the second night, there's like 9 cameras. So then the because they have all those angles, you're like watching a special, bam, as if you're a flying seat. You'd fly into the guy's face, then you go way to the back. You're like whipped around. And it just soaks all the funniness out of it. So when I saw yours, I'm like, okay, this is organically shot, so clean, so simple.
Just like you're sitting in a club watching.
And you're laughing your ass off with it. There's no remix. You don't even hear the audience that much. You see them a little bit, but you're killing. So I think that's just the way stand-up should be done. But of course, people want you to play arenas because then you'll be booked in arenas, and old Jed's a millionaire. But yeah, that had a magic to it of a guy showing up just at a club in Austin. And that's my special.
You're also fighting your way back. And the audience sometimes is aware of cameras. It's nothing like the night before when you killed a club and you're practicing for it. Then you come in and it's lit and they're like, those are camera seats. No one can sit there. And then there's a fucking jib going to swing in front of them. And people like, how do I act? I'm in the audience. What if they show me? I had masks in mine. Everyone had a fucking mask. And I was like, I didn't even know it. And I'm like, God, because my opener was on and he was doing okay. And I go, don't give me a tough crowd tonight. And when he got off, he goes, they all have N95s. I go, oh my God, that's right.
That's fucking terrible.
I know. And all the cameras, the trucks are there. You don't get another shot at it.
That's terrible.
I know. And Sandler did like 200 shows, not 200, but we were filming when Sandler was doing his special. We were just filming each night because he has the means. He just took the money he got and put it right in the special and said, I'll film this night. I'll film that night. I'm going to go in the alley and shoot a piece there. I'm going to go to a tiny club. And then it just really fun because it's a whole like thought out. It's like a big show, that's different.
And he doesn't know he's shooting a special. Like when I was doing it behind my eyes and I'll see people, I can tell that they know they're shooting their special. So there's that little bit of tension in the eyes. But Adam did so many nights that he's just fucking around. But did you shoot more than one night at that club?
No, that was one. That was basically, there was 2 shows one night. Yeah.
That, for the people at home, that's the standard. 2 shows, one night. First one's usually not as good, and then they say it's good, and then the second one you actually do good, and then they go, we'll use all that.
But it's like, your next one, if you went to a bigger room and you went with Netflix, would be like, are you ready to rock?
Well,
are you getting that now?
Yeah, that's the thing right now. Is I'm about to do a theater tour coming up, and it's like I think I want to record the next special I do. I want to do in a club again.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I'm just not used to theaters at all. I've never, so maybe I'll like them, but right now a club,
I'm on a theater tour now, and it's tough. It's not. My theater tour is like 2,000 to 2,500, so it's not as big as these guys you hear about. And I've never done theater, haven't even thought about it, but I go, everyone's doing it. Nate, Theo, all these guys. So I go, let me try it. And it's a different vibe, it's not a pace, but you feel way more responsible. There's a weird feeling of nervousness, like they're paying more, they're staring. This is more of a big night out.
There's no waitress, there's no drink. There's
4 balconies. Yeah, you don't know if they're drinking or what, and you're walking through the back, and it's like all cement, like you're at a show. Like
stay in small clubs, Shane.
Yeah.
Just stay in
hard,
small.
but you make money.
Yeah.
Look at Nate Bargatze, just keeps going bigger and bigger, and he's funny, Dana, because he's the opposite. He's like, I'm everyone's mom's favorite comedian. That's his moniker because he's clean. Very hard to be clean and funny, and he's great at it.
I just saw him in Vegas recently. His new hour it's incredible. He's
I can't
so
believe.
good.
Yeah, he's smart. He gets the TikToks
Also,
out there.
I didn't realize, I was just looking at my image on this. I didn't realize I had a bunch of religious.
Yeah, I mean,
my bad on that. This is my.
You've got like a fucking
beaver.
beaver.
Are you at your home? Or your parents?
It's my apartment.
Oh, your apartment.
It's my apartment.
Okay, so are you very religious?
It's my girlfriend,
which is fine.
No, this is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's that guy in that painting? What's happening there?
That's actually mine. That's sick. That's Father. That's Father Corby. He's blessing the Irish Brigade at the Battle of Gettysburg.
Ooh,
oh,
sick. And
I'm Irish.
He became the president of Notre Dame. I like Notre Dame football.
Wow.
Good stuff, guys. That's podcasting.
Jesus
101.
Christ.
Could I make a comment about your skills, your skill set, since we talked about that other guy, Gabe Pagurzi? What's his name? No, sorry, he's great.
Nate.
I know it. Nate. I've been compared to Louis. I think it's because you are able to land
Fat.
really Louis' stock and trade is he landed so many bits that were so sensitive and he made them so funny. Chris Rock has done it, but you did one on your sister's addiction toward the end of this special and one on coaching Special Olympics kids. Really tricky topics. But you brilliantly landed them so hard. The audience when you land something like that, the audience seems to laugh so hard, like harder than normal, especially the Special Olympics stuff at the end with the Hooters thing. It's just like, it's just very difficult. I mean, do you have to vet those? Like you keep working on where the line is to keep them engaged and stuff? Go ahead.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, you guys know. Yeah. You have an idea like that. You try it. You do it in an open mic. People are like, oh my God.
Yeah. Cause you do it wrong a few times.
Yeah. They're like, never do that again. You're like, I know it's funny. I know it's funny. I'm going to keep it. But then there's ones where people are like, never do that again. You're like, I know it's funny. And it's just never funny.
And you can't find a way. Well, really?
Keep doing it.
Yeah, there are certain topics that are a little tough,
Yeah.
I feel weird because I can't do, like, I'm the worst case scenario. Like, I'm white, supposedly rich, I'm male, and I'm old. It's like every complaint is coming my way. Yeah. Like, I'm an inbox of, like, everyone's anger and hate. Yeah. It all goes back to me. And I can't even do jokes. Like you want to go, hey, I want to see Hamilton, but I'm waiting for an all-white cast. They're like, that's not funny. There's no jokes left for me because when do you?
No, that is funny.
When do you get to be like white joke? There's just you can't. So I just sit there and go. I guess you could.
Just do
I
it,
know.
brother.
I know. You're right, but like you were sort of officer and a gentleman on your special, going, I got nowhere else to go, so. You might as well just come out blazing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you had not a stigma, but once you leave SNL and the way it was a bumpy exit, then you go, if I'm not going to get a Netflix special right away, and it looks like you might now, because Ted is pretty forgiving about just loving comedy, which luckily, and so he's willing to sort of grade on a curve, on people. So I would think, but so you go to do a lo-fi special, and I like that. And there's some people pulling for you. There's some people going, shit, man. Some people get a second chance. Does he?
Yes, I think.
Does he deserve it? Like that's the world. Do you deserve it?
Yeah. Well, that's the one of I don't know. Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing to have. Is like, do I deserve a chance? And other people decide that shit. And it's like, that sucks. That's one of the negative things. Because, when you get like canceled or however you want to fucking say it,
consequence.
People are like, look at him. He's fine. It's like, no, I had to overcome shit. Like it's not easy. And now I got to deal with, I'll never not have scrutiny. It'll always be, remember that thing. And then, you know how that is.
Sure.
But it's also I'm always watching for the corporations when they drop. If the cancel thing starts to happen, and then the corporations, it's like a hot oven. They don't need it, and so they start. And then the agents fire, and everyone's let go like that.
Dominoes.
But the public, there's a mass audience that's not as sensitive as this other part of the audience, and don't take off-color jokes at face value that's proving something nefarious about the person saying it. So it's a big audience.
It's when it comes to the corporate, I mean, it's just money. Like if Chappelle had said what I said, there'd be no problem. If Louis or anybody had said, just if that was the only thing they ever said bad, it'd be fine. I had nothing behind me. There was no like, oh, this guy's funny. All they had was that clip.
Right.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like, once you get more fans, once you get more all this, if you're worth something, they'll keep you. They don't give a fuck. They don't have morals.
Oh no. Then once it turns, then we always loved him. Then they'll jump. I will predict, and Ted's a friend of ours. If you want it, you can.
Netflix has morals. Netflix is great.
Well, they've kept Chappelle under a lot of firestorms. I think that the more you keep going, you just go the opposite. Like you just come out and do kick-ass specials, and you're just doing great on Rogan, and so then it just, Lauren, that'd be a Lauren thing. Things that seem so will never go away. They just sort of tend to fade over time, and then there's just this other part. There's always going to be people digging something up, but I think it's such a small percentage. I like to make predictions. I predict you will go to 12,000 seaters within 2 years.
Jeez, don't do that.
I predicted it for Louis when he was on my show. I say
you'll be out of the business, so we'll meet in the middle somewhere.
1997, I said to Louis, "You will headline Madison Square Garden 5 nights in a row."
You didn't say that, did you?
He took a swing at me. No, he was my head writer of my show. Always an amazing guy, but he's back out there.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
Oh, wait, I want to ask Shane about, we won't keep you all day, Shane, but what about, so you're, obviously, I think you're a fan of Norm Macdonald, and then he called you, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
It was right. It was all in the same weekend. So it was very surreal. It was like no one knew who I was. And then I'm on the phone with Louis and Norm and all these guys. But yeah, Norm was exactly who I thought he'd be, which was cool. He just, I didn't even get a word in. He just kind of ran. I remember I was walking around in my backyard, and he was going all about the state of comedy and how everything is. And it was cool. It was cool to, get to talk to him.
Like the other guy that got let go.
Yeah.
And SNL, remember Dana? Why was it? Oh, it was
of course.
OJ. I thought he said FUCK word, but
a lot of OJ stuff.
OJ.
Yeah, OJ's a real nice guy, except he likes to kill people,
No, you know what? So OJ's not guilty now, Dana. Now who's laughing?
He's got a book out. But yeah, there's only one Norm, and he had a rhythm to him and a way of speaking. It was so unique. I had a couple long phone calls with him too that were just fascinating because he goes all over the place.
Yeah.
You gotta, a guy buries $10,000 and wants to leave it to their relatives 100 years later. It's hardly worth anything, right? But if the guy bought a house, it'd be worth $5 million. It's just all the stuff like that.
Whenever I'm with Adam Egget, that's usually what we talk about the whole time.
Norm is
in love. Yeah. He's in love with Norm. I always go, that's enough.
I don't know. I'm with him. I think Norm's incredible.
We were on Lights Out, and he was putting together a podcast. Norm, he's always on the phone for 2 hours. I go, let's get your head in the game, guys. Like, it's Norm. I go, boo.
That is how he talks, dude. He is a little bitch. He's such a little bitch.
I don't know.
I know a guy, Larry Bubbles Brown, that opened for Norm a lot and loves Norm, Larry Bubbles Brown. And he said Norm would just get on a run and he'd just walk rooms. San Jose Improv, it's like a 400-seater. And he's just working down on some disease or somebody or something. And the guy, and they just slowly start leaving. He just walks a room and he just keeps going. So he was notorious. And also,
what did he say, Dana, about fighting cancer? He goes,
the battle. It's a draw. Yeah.
I see a guy.
Die, and the cancer dies. I'd say that's a draw.
I saw a guy, he said he's putting up a big fight, I saw a guy in bed, just watching television. I didn't see him fighting very much,
Yeah, he was watching Matlock.
Yeah. But yeah, he was a genius.
We're such a weirdo when we're on the road with
two geniuses.
We did Sandler tour the last time, and it was more of us, but when Norm, he wouldn't sleep at night, so we'd go up to the in the elevator on our floor. And he goes, you want to come in and hang out? And I go, because I'm the biggest pussy of the whole group. I go, Norm, it's midnight. We got to get up and fly. We'll order food. I go, no. And I go, I'm just going to go take a tub and go to bed. He goes, you can take a tub in here and then we'll talk. I go, through the door or you're coming in? He goes, it's up to you.
It's very.
I go, I think I'm just going to go in my room. He goes, your loss. And that's every night. Every night I walk by and we walk up. Are you coming in? I go, Norm, I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Now, Adam told me a story, and I don't want to be telling tales out of school here, but
telling tales.
It was you, you guys were on a plane. I think it was a private jet. And Norm was sitting there.
Oh no, yeah.
Is
No, this one.
Do you
Yeah, I
remember
know.
this?
Yes.
Well, you tell me if it's
No. You tell it, and I'll tell you
All
if
right.
it's even.
So this is what I think. Now I'm hearing it from Adam. I think you were like standing up, and I guess your crotch was like right in Norm's face. Or so, I forget exactly, but he was like, "Hey, like, get your dick out of my face. I'm trying to sleep." And then he was like,
Oh,
like,
yeah. Open his mouth.
"No, maybe
Well,
I fucked that up."
he said there was 2 chairs facing the 2 in the back of the plane.
Yeah, see, yeah,
So
you tell it.
it's 2 other, so 2 or 2, and then we all just stand and bullshit, and so I'm leaning against his chair, and he goes, "Hey, Spade, do you mind not having your dick right next to my fucking mouth while you're talking?" And I go, "Oh, sorry," and I lean back. Then he goes, "By the way, if I fall asleep, you better not take that hot, juicy, hard cock and stuff it in my mouth." And then he tilts his head back and closes his eyes and opens his mouth. And everyone stares at him. And then we all laugh. I don't know if I can tell that. That's why I never told that.
We don't
Wow, that
know.
story's incredible.
I know, it's funny. It's
Our
funny to
baby
us. We all
boomer
laugh.
fans will.
No
we're-
one's gonna be offended by that. That's fucking great.
Did Norm, when he got into bed at night, did he just giggle for an hour of all the things he said to people all day? Yeah, every guy was Spade on the plane there. Yeah, oh my mouth, he's been his cock, you know. He must have just because
It is funny.
he would
He
just.
does.
He was a kind of a. He would be a rabble rouse. I don't know what you would call him, almost a flim flam man. He would just play with you, but I would just start doing an impression back to him, you know.
Mm.
Hey, just you knew he was just sort of fucking with you in such a funny way all the time. So funny.
Yeah.
Hmm. So that's a good influence.
Yeah,
For
it's
Shane.
good to have. Yeah, you like Patrice O'Neill, you like Chappelle, you like. I'm looking at your list. It's all good people. Bill
Bernie
Burr.
Mac, dude. I've been
Yeah,
on a real
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac kick.
Oh yeah.
The Kings
going-
of
yeah.
the one
His
where
set, yeah.
yeah, it was Bernie. Who else? But yeah,
Oh, the Kings of Comedy, or is that what it was?
The Kings of Comedy was DL, Cedric, Bernie Mac, and what's his name?
Harvey.
But yeah,
yes.
Oh, was?
yeah.
And it was so powerhouse that you're like, did Bernie follow Harvey or vice versa?
No, Bernie went last.
Okay,
I
so he
believe.
followed a lot
Yeah.
of he followed a lot of
killing.
crazy over the top killing, and then he brought it up to another level. Yeah.
He does the milk and cookies bit on that, and I think that's one of the best. It's one of the greatest stand-up bits of all time.
Yeah, and just his
He
phrasing.
calls a kindergartner a 6-year-old a 6-year-old here homosexual.
Yeah, what a voice! I mean, what a voice! Just a
It's like, quit crying, do some push-ups.
I like your first joke. I think
Extraordinary.
on your special, Shane, you start out with like a cold opening of what's the who came up with the age of consent in the old days.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "I'm from Delaware. I say 12." And then everyone goes, "Whoa!" And you go, "Hey, I don't want to go first. Like, what do you think? 12 or higher?" And then you sort of fade out. Then you go into people coming into the club. That's a good opening. I like that.
Well,
That was good.
this is a lot of this is. I mean, all this is McKeever, John McKeever. He's the guy who I do the sketches with. He really directed and set this whole thing up on how to do this. And that joke was it was quick and it was kind of out of place in the special.
Mhm.
Perfect
So
place.
he
to
was
put
just
it.
like, here, what if we just directly open
It
with
just
this?
shows what it's
Especially-
going to be like, you know.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
especially
if
on
you like-
YouTube. Yeah.
If you don't like this one, you're not going to like the rest.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
might as well start here.
It's so called inappropriate, but then you're quoting a founding father or something, or so it's like smart
Yeah.
and like because they had to come up with an age of consent, I guess, or whatever they're trying to figure out.
No, I mean that also didn't happen until like the 90s. Like that just happened.
Oh, okay.
Well, then it was 0 back then. That was even worse.
There
No,
was-
there
There was
was
no
rules.
rules. You could marry your 12-year-old cousin in those days, like
All right. Well,
Abraham
Dana,
Lincoln did.
anything
Abraham-
else for this young man? I had a good time talking to him.
Just what's your headspace these days? Like when we get off the Zoom, were you feeling good? You're going to go out for ice cream with your girlfriend, or what? Where are you?
No, I gotta get in a car and drive across the George Washington Bridge. That's gonna suck.
to go to New York, to go to
Pennsylvania. Get out of New York.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I played Parks Casino
I
like a
did that
month
one.
ago. And before I went out, they go, hey, this is Buck County. This is Trump country.
Bucks County. Yeah.
So I just took my glasses off, squinted my eyes, and walked around as Biden. And it was like the Beatles had landed. They were just, it was just like, hey, there's people going and really tight hip flexors, shaking hands with invisible people. It was like a 2-minute pantomime. I mean, conservative crowds are a little easier. I don't know why that is.
Well, that's but
for me, anyway.
I run into this thing where I'm like, I don't know. I get weird about it because I was just in Florida and they were all Trump. Like,
so then it's too far in a way.
Yeah, the second, like, because it's fun to do these jokes in New York where everyone gets upset.
Yeah,
like if you go on stage and say Trump's the man, it's funny. In Manhattan, it's funny.
Yeah.
In Florida, they're like, yeah. And it's
they're taking it serious, like it's a rally. Then, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, that's not what I want. I want this to be funny.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, so much fun looking at your stuff these last couple days, and you're going to be fine. I don't know. What am I supposed to say? He
already landed on his feet. He's all right, but it's good. We'll look forward to seeing you in person, bud.
Yeah, me too, man. You guys are awesome. I'm a big fan. Thank you so much.
We'll,
took him an hour to say that, Dana, but whatever. It's fine.
I couldn't. You guys were
talking the whole time. I know. The confidence we give them.
I probably talked a little
if
too
they're
much.
Real.
I usually have podcast regret, and I go, "Why did I say that? Why didn't I let Shane finish that sentence?"
That's exactly what happens. I do podcasts constantly, and there's not one podcast that I don't have immense anxiety after.
Yeah, even if you're a guest, like, why did I interrupt him? Why didn't I say that? Why did I? What is that about? So you have it too? I'm glad.
I mean, mine might be.
I'm not alone.
Mine might be from getting fucking destroyed for something I said on a podcast.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I got something there. Yeah. I see where you're going. Yeah, that's
could be from that time I got publicly crucified.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's part of it. Okay, man. Well, thanks, buddy.
You guys rule. Thank you so much.
Dana, we got a great, fun comedian on that we both like. We've both known forever, Jerry Seinfeld.
The Jerry Seinfeld, who also did, what was his half-hour show in the 90s called?
It's called Skidoo or something.
Feld.
I know it if I hear it. Feldman.
So anyway, he may be, he wouldn't like this, but he may be kind of an icon at this point. But it was very interesting to talk to him.
That's safe to say. I mean, people throw legend around or, oh my God, you're great. He is one of the best comics to do it. And he's definitely has a show that is arguably the best sitcom, or at least way up there. Yeah.
And we can look now, 25 years later, how it's just ubiquitous. It's aired all over the world. And then Jerry is such at his core, he's a stand-up, and he's a scientist about it and loves to talk about it. So that was very interesting. It was a really fun, interesting interview. It went by very fast. He has a lot to say, and his new movie, Unfrosted. And so we talked all about that, the idea of writing and directing a movie, And all the cameos, and there's so many comics and funny people that are in that movie. And it's got a great nostalgic feel to it. It was a lot of fun, that one. Just sitting with him. I don't see him that much. I see him about once a year somewhere at an event. Never get much time. Everyone's around. So just to sit and it's in person,
we cracked
by
up.
the way.
Yeah, we all did it at my house.
Person.
And we cracked up. It's good to just have hard laughs when comedians are on.
Yeah. Jerry loves comedians and loves talking about comedy. And so I think you might enjoy this. I hope so. We did.
All right, here he is.
Here he is, Jerry Seinfeld. Men and women. Do you have any chunk on that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, in the olden days, I think Chris Rock, so you end with male-female relationships.
Yes, I do. The whole second half of my set
is
marriage and kids.
Did you start?
Yeah.
10 minutes in. It's pretty good.
We don't have a real start time.
I had a pee, sorry, buddy.
Are you rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
How's your energy right now? 1 to 10.
7.
Good.
We had the premiere of the movie last night.
I saw it.
Which was, you were there?
No, I saw the pictures.
You saw the picture.
With your family. You were smiling so much in all the pictures.
Because I'm done.
I know.
Almost.
Almost.
This
yeah.
is kind of
yeah,
embarrassing, but I saw the movie twice.
Wow.
Well, you're cooking dinner. You got it on the laptop. I'm not.
Horrible chair, by the way. Work on that.
This chair's
What?
are.
It's horrible.
I always thought you were taller. Why is he in the little kid
I
chair?
don't know if it's.
It's shaped like someone just drew an L and said, pad that.
This chair sucks.
Yeah, chairs are
Yeah.
now made for humans. They're actually designed to fit human beings.
This is
not.
This is like
This is
Burger King.
designed
They
to
want to
look
get you in and out.
like something.
Are you
Charlie, is
lower
that a
than
better
us, or
chair?
do you have a short torso? Because I seem
It's your
taller.
chair.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
telling you,
mine.
it's a bad chair.
Is Charlie's better?
Oh, you got it?
Oh, this one might be
Okay.
better.
Yeah. Chevy Chase sat on that one.
Okay.
I bet
Yeah,
it's.
this looks better.
I bet it might be a little similar.
I think it's
It's better.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
it's the same chair.
I only saw Unfrosted once. Dana.
I just got
Make
these
sure.
jeans.
Oh, good.
I put them on. I took the tags off this morning, and they fit.
They fit perfectly.
Isn't that great?
What store?
Levi's.
Okay.
Old school. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
like
kind
it.
of jeans do you wear?
They just asked me.
Just
that for
answer
something.
the question.
Oh. When I was growing up,
Objection overruled.
Yeah.
Your witness,
You know,
Mr.
the difference
Seinfeld.
between men and women. What kind of jeans
I don't
do you
really
wear?
know. It's whatever wardrobe has.
He has
and I
a
just take 'em.
professional shopper.
No, I
so-
don't, Dana. I used to wear only 501 Levi's, and then somewhere along the way I got lost, and it just turned into brands I didn't know, and they were the exact same, but they cost more.
The Sandler. What is that Sandler thing? I love that you would have a thing of Sandler
I
up there.
know,
That's
I know.
hilarious.
This is his album.
Yeah,
And
100%
then,
fresh.
And there's Norm's book over there.
Oh, that's
There's just
great.
little There's Will Ferrell.
That's nice.
It's all
All we have is each other. That's all
comedians.
we have. Yeah, right? I was talking about how the only time I feel really calm
Hmm.
is alone or with a comedian.
Yeah. If I go to like a showbiz event, I will beeline to a comedian.
Yeah. And it's very simple explanation is that we're all on the spectrum.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. definitely.
Nobody cares about the spectrum when you take it out this far.
Right.
It's
A
not the
little
one you
bit
think
is
about.
good, though.
Yeah.
Little bit.
What's his name? Neil
Yeah.
Brennan has a funny,
Yeah.
the sprinkle of
Mhm.
Asperger's or
Right.
whatever it is.
Well, he says psychopaths and addicts created
That's
the whole
us?
world, basically.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That was in his last
that-
special.
yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Has Lauren ever told you his thing about funny people?
No.
Because it sounds like something you would kind of agree with. You always,
I
if-
agree with everything Lauren says.
Me too. So
Yeah.
I said I'm moving somewhere, and he always would say something like, will there be funny people there?" That's the first one. And then the second one, he goes, "Because there's like only 900 of us on the planet." It was specifically 900.
Sound about right?
And
Globally.
globally, because I
That's
remember.
a generous number. I don't-
Whoa, it's
How many-
high.
Yeah, because you would used to say
Take
like
the under.
50 comedians maybe in the country are any good, or 25.
that sounds high.
6.
Well, the odds aren't good for us.
Wait, are we in it? That's three. There's
I
three
see
more.
one.
I'm not
Chris Rock.
picking them. I'm not picking them, but
All right.
Right.
It's a rare
You don't
breed.
have to rank them.
I agree. Anytime I'm anywhere, and if a comedian walks in any kind of social event, I'm very happy because they're immediately critiquing the room
yeah.
and analyzing in a funny way.
So if we're a dog, are we Jack Russell? What kind of dog are we? I don't think we're Jack Russell's
no.
too upbeat for.
Yeah,
what,
true.
What dog breed would you
A
say?
Yorkie. I kind of like
No.
I know. I just
Our
that's the only
golden
word that popped in my
retriever,
head.
golden
Well, it's
retriever,
a funny
maybe?
dog.
Golden Retriever too social,
But they're
too
trying to
empathetic.
please.
too empathetic,
Yeah.
and good in social
You
situations.
need cynical, awkward, a little bit angry, and a little bit depressed.
Yeah.
French bulldog.
Yes. Bingo.
Cat.
For our listeners, look that up. What dog has that?
People like those dogs. They're very popular in New York
Valuable
now.
too, so it's got that in there
Oh.
because they steal them a lot.
They got the ears stick up. I don't.
Do you
really
have
get it.
dogs in your?
I used to, but we gave them away.
Okay.
Did Leno take them? Or
No, they were dachshunds, and they were really weak. Really weak
Old?
dogs. No, I mean, they had
Personality.
no act. You know,
That's those little dogs.
if you're a
Doc- yeah.
dog, your
Yeah.
act is tennis balls,
Right.
Mm,
master coming home,
mm,
beach.
Mhm.
mm.
That's your act. and
Right.
they had no act.
Nothing.
The only thing they
No
can
tricks.
do is go to a gopher hole, stick their snout in it, and be still and look down in the gopher hole
Yeah.
for hours.
Not enough
And
for
that's
me.
not really entertaining.
No,
I agree.
weren't even excited about dinner. They were horrible.
it's
I
bad.
hated these dogs.
You got some lemons.
Yeah.
It happens. Take-
So tell me about. I would
Yes.
like to hear.
What do
We
you wanna
don't
hear?
see each other a lot.
yes, for
The
sure.
tables just got turned.
Yeah.
Ask
Well,
us
I've
anything.
done. I had my own talk show. I know what the hell how to do it.
Ask us anything.
I want to know. Look, no one asked you this.
No one asked us
I
anything.
bring the ridge.
Yeah.
I come with the ridge. I didn't think of this, but I'm looking at you guys.
Yeah.
I want to hear how this. What is this now in your life? This thing you thought it was just, we'll just do some ex-SNL players. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then it blew up.
Yeah.
So,
I like the sound of that one.
yeah.
So-
what do you think about this now? Are you glad you did this? What is this?
The only thing I wish about it that I wish it was on
Good
video
question.
because it'd be fun to
You
see
make a
your
lot more
reactions.
money, too.
But I do like it because it's kind of old school. It's like a newspaper or a telegram.
Why don't you video it?
Um,
We're just sitting here.
And we have cameras here.
We
it's-
have a second podcast we video.
Yeah, we just started one so we can video and basically
Well,
get
great.
out there because
Yeah, it's so easy now. Show business, boy, they really changed it up, didn't
It's
they?
amazing.
This is it now. This is all a comedian has to do.
Just,
know what's
just
funny?
talk, and you don't have to be funny.
is that a lot
Just
are
talk.
making so much money that it's. You said something the other day that was sort of forgettable, but it was a no. You said something about movies, and it sort of rang true with me that movies aren't the pinnacle, and it always was, always, and now
Always was,
you
yeah.
can make more in stand up. There's these guys that are playing arenas and going on tour, and they go, I don't even have time to do a movie because I'm making so much money. It just and it doesn't help me
Let's
enough.
take the money out of the
Okay,
equation for a second.
break it down.
Let's pretend we
Yeah.
actually care
Right.
about the comedy.
Movies
the
are
comedy.
over was how you record.
Movies are over,
Yeah.
which was really fun. And they asked what replaced it, and I
That's a
said
good line.
disorientation is what is the new pinnacle.
Well,
We're all feeling somewhat disoriented.
mm,
I think that you can't just talk about money because
No.
you're gonna go down a bad road
Sure,
in your work if you really just go, I'm making more
it's
money.
exciting in the beginning, but then you got to.
Yeah, if what you have to accept is that we have to chart a different path. Yeah, I saw it. Nate Bargatze last night, and Ted Sarandos was there, and he's working on putting some kind of show together. But Ted said he's going to lose money. It's so funny now,
It's all
right?
money.
He would lose money doing a show,
doing
but
anything else. Yeah.
don't. This is the thing I really hate. I've always hated about comedy is that we have to do other things. None of us want to really.
Mm.
This thing we do like.
mhm.
This kind of
Yeah.
work is fun.
You
right?
had it on wheels, basically.
I had it on wheels. I loved it.
Yeah.
But I had to edit. You don't have to edit.
Yeah.
Well, this is at times. Now it's a long form talking with you and stuff. But times it's like behind the scenes at SNL before you had to hone your sketch down. The best improv and the best lines were just in the writers' room. Or me and
Right.
Kevin Nealon would laugh for hours
Yeah,
doing Hans and
yeah.
Franz. And so now we can, and I know you loved it.
I did.
So now we can do this. But I would say one unexpected thing about this is the camaraderie is now omnipresent. We're seeing all these SNL people, comedians,
Right.
and we're like, when will we again be across the table
Yeah.
for an hour? You know, it just so you're meeting
catch
people
up,
for the
yeah.
first time, and
Right.
you feel such empathy for them
know.
and their journey and how they're feeling. And so it's more emotional.
That
really, than I
happened to
thought.
me on Comedians in Cars. And
Yeah.
now I'm friends with Eddie Murphy, which we weren't friends
Yeah.
before. And everybody on the show. You're texting, and it's so nice.
You do a
Yes.
long chunk of time. We talked to Chloe Fineman the other day. We both
Neil
don't know
Brennan,
her.
we
She's
had
awesome.
on.
And then you sort of have a new thing. You go, wow, they were very interesting. They know about their life.
So
more.
the thing is, I guess that we're just interesting to listen to for people.
I don't know if that's true.
I mean, I would never. I mean, unless it's somebody I really like,
Yeah.
why would you listen? Do you listen to podcasts?
No.
Yeah, but you have.
I have.
Did you ever listen to one and like it?
I kind of, the thing is about entertainment now, Jerry, this is something that you would observe. People are always doing other things. when you're at a comedy club, you're at the
Right.
club. You may be getting a drink, but you're watching the comedian.
Right.
Everyone listening to this will be doing something else.
Yeah.
Gardening, walking, mostly driving. They'll be distracted.
12% this.
So we don't
Right,
have
I
to be
see.
that good.
Right, but we're still
But we're
good
still-
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard Stern invented this, right?
Yes.
But we're better than him now.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
Howard is interesting. Howard is a great interviewer, but comedy chops. I mean, can we speak candidly?
Sure.
No. Well, he got Robin.
Well, he gets serious,
and Robin
too.
is a big part of how.
Yeah, they're
he's
all
funny.
great, but
Yeah.
let's face it.
Let's be honest.
He's been outflanked by some and yourselves. I would say is absolutely. This show is comedy podcast. This is the best one on the air.
That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah, because
right.
you guys are you play
Jeez,
nice
we-
together. You're
Yeah.
smooth. You're not jumping on each other, which is annoying to listen to.
We're friends. We don't
Yeah.
compete. We really don't.
Right. He cracks me up. It's fun to hear him. I like to hear him
Yeah.
score. I like to talk to guys like you. It's not always this level, but anybody in comedy is interesting to me, and we're all a little damaged and beat up, and it's fun to hear. So some are tougher than others. You probably, when you interview, sometimes it is
Yeah,
it is
well,
work.
that's why I had to edit it. I couldn't put that out to people with the
You
best
wouldn't put
stuff.
'em through
I
it?
couldn't do it. No. And then I got tired of doing all the editing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do think that people, like with a stand-up, if they love a stand-up, you or David or whatever, part of it is they're on your team. They're buying the ticket and they're there. They're already rooting for you. You're their friend. You're their guy. Jerry's smart. Jerry does this. This is my guy. So if you don't kill that night, you're
Yeah.
still Jerry. So they just like to listen to us. If they've seen me on SNL doing
Yeah.
crazy stuff, now they're hearing me now. There was none of this before 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Who knew there was a market? Who knew people wanted to
Never.
get to know us?
Never.
Yeah.
Who
yeah.
gets the credit for who figured it out?
Dennis Miller.
He did.
I made that up.
No, it's not Dennis.
No, well,
Christ
you know
sakes,
Howard.
Who did the first big comedy podcast that people liked?
That was funny. I mean,
Rogan?
Mark Maron
No.
is more
Maybe
serious.
Mark
Mark
Maron.
Maron.
Ours isn't that serious. We don't dig. We don't want to know that much.
No, we like to
No.
We don't
very
want to put people on the
surfacey.
spot either.
Jesus Christ, make us laugh. How
Jesus Christ.
interesting do you think you are?
Yeah.
You're not that interesting, okay? You're
Right.
not.
Right.
When you're funny, you're worth it.
Yes.
This is my line, which you know me.
Yeah.
I know you have a
me.
lot of great
Yeah.
lines.
No, but you know that I draw that line. If you're not funny, we're not that interested in you.
It's so
That's
great.
still my true North Star.
Yes.
If I do stand
Yes,
up,
you
I'm like,
are.
I'm trying to really be
yes,
funny.
you've always been that way
I did- I
since
don't
you and I
wanna-
hung out.
Yep.
What year? 81? We've known each other?
I think you might have blown through
Not in the 70s.
well,
Maybe.
maybe late 70s, 'cause
maybe.
because you were
I'm so
we're like
young.
14 months apart in age or something, but you and Jay Leno always seemed like my dad in a way.
Yeah.
You were so much more professional. In fact, you're the first comedian I ever saw with an act, a real act. That was at the other cafe in
I
San
remember
Francisco
it. I
at the
remember.
Haight-Ashbury.
Yep.
And our bits were all discombobulated.
Yeah.
All of it was running into a corner ditch. And this was late 70s. And like you had all this stuff laid out.
stuff,
I'd never
yeah,
seen anything like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, but you advised me don't go in the comedy competition. You don't need it.
No,
This was
The
don't do
laugh
that.
off.
No.
San Fran laugh off.
I did
know.
one. Came in second.
who beat you?
George Wallace.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, 78.
You put him in unfrosted.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He has a funny line too. I love other people's anguish.
Is that what he says?
He's a bartender. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He says, trouble keeps me in business. I love other people's
I know
anguish.
that. What about my
Funny line.
remembrances of Jerry Seinfeld are you don't always remember your openers. No one always does, but we did San Diego Improv on Garnett,
We'll never forget
and
that.
it was fucking great. And then I had my Honda, and I had my skateboard in the trunk, and I would skate around. And
Right.
I think you thought that was interesting. And because I was so young, like, what was I doing there? I was from Arizona. And then my recollection, which is funny that what you remember, I don't remember all comics, obviously that you were good, but when you're doing like 45, every comic I'd worked with, it wasn't that many, has the same 45 like stamped out on the road.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you see him 5 years later. And you did 45, and the next night I watched, you flipped about 20 of it. It was different. I was like, I couldn't believe you had different stuff. And then you flipped it again the next set. It's maybe out of boredom. That's what I would have done now. But I was like, oh, he's flipping the order, and he's also changing different material. So you have that much material. So I was just a fan across the board of that, and you were cool to me.
Thanks.
And which
We had fun. Isn't it funny how? I mean, I remember that so well. I remember sitting in your apartment in San Francisco so well. You guys don't think that I have forgotten any of these things?
I just think that
No.
there's so many memories, and I was newer. Maybe later you'd remember, but when I have openers, some people say I remember. I go, oh yeah, now that you say it, I remember something like that.
It's
but
weird. It's weird, but
when you hang out with people, if I hung out with Steve Carell, it would all be about the show we did, and I would go right back to '96.
Yeah.
Just that it got canceled, but it wasn't Seinfeld. Put it that way.
yeah.
I was going to ask you a question. Do you
Sure.
think that most comedians, even the good ones, are essentially lazy?
First of all, so impressed that you have questions.
Yeah.
Is this a little preparation?
This is out of respect. This
That's
is
so.
you know
nice.
what this
That's
is,
so,
Jerry?
I'm so flattered.
You and Jim Gaffigan are the two that I've most seen this really discipline. I don't even know if you call it a discipline. Willingness to tape the act, sit with it, work on the bit. If it's not working, like you had, I had a bit once that I could never get to work without saying fuck.
Right.
And it really frustrated me.
That's interesting.
And I tried all these different combinations.
right.
It never got quite.
Very interesting.
But I only had one fuck in my act.
Right.
Did you ever say, what is the fucking deal?
I did. I had one in a Superman bit, but I'm going to answer your other question because it's a really good one. I had one in my Superman bit. Was one of my first bits about that Lois and Jimmy were these reporters, and they were always tied up in an effing cave. And how are they doing their job?
Yeah.
And if I took the F out of it, nothing, no laugh. So that bothered me. I go, so it's not funny unless I say effing cave.
Well, especially if comedians use it casually. I go, if you're going to use, we'll call it the F word.
Yeah.
Make sure it's a punchline. Just don't go,
Why?
how the fuck are you doing? Well, you're wasting. If you might get
it's all wasted.
one
It's
laugh.
all wasted.
But did you ever figure you couldn't get it to work the same way?
No, I couldn't get it to work, and I thought, well, then that's not funny.
You're like, that's
what,
not
what
funny.
the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
Aren't I supposed to be good with words? Isn't that kind of part of this job?
Yeah.
But as we know, there are many, many people, great comedians who use a lot
yeah,
of
of course.
profanity
Yeah.
and use it beautifully. 99% do not,
Right.
but some do. So I can't say I don't have a problem with the word.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to be good with language. I think that's
Right.
what they're paying to see. Back to your question.
Then I have
Are comedians lazy?
Generally speaking.
All humans
Are
are
lazy.
lazy.
Yes.
Period.
Right, but they're not standing on a stage getting no laughs because of the laziness.
No. All humans are lazy. Period. Comedy is the hardest thing to write or do in humanity.
Comma. I was thinking you had more.
No, I don't have any. There's
Yeah.
not.
So
look,
it can't be
we
that
all know
lazy.
writers.
Yeah.
My friend Barry Marta says, you think you're funny or you want to be in the business, you want to do. Write me
Yeah.
one page of stand-up. One page.
Mhm.
And you see exactly how
Right.
chops or no chops.
Yeah.
One page of stand. Writing stand-up, it's poetry that makes air burst out of your mouth. That's what it is.
Let me ask you a question. What I find...
No, please stop announcing questions.
I wanna-
Stop. I have a question. Question for you.
Edward R. Murrow
One
was
question.
my grandfather.
I
It's on my
have a quick
mom's
question.
side.
Yeah, quick question
It's
is
different.
the
Okay,
worst.
I have a
you
s-
just doubled the length.
I have a
of the question.
station.
That's how
I-
much you know about quickness.
I'm going to ask you a question. This one's very serious. No, go ahead.
Do you do any race jokes? A lot of comics are doing race jokes.
I don't have any. I would do any joke I could think of
Mm-hmm.
that works, that I like. I don't have anything on race.
Race.
But why would you ask that question?
Because some African American comics have race jokes, and it doesn't seem like a lot of white comics have race jokes.
Yeah.
We'll take this out.
I mean,
No,
I'm
the
going to
pause
ask
made
you a
it funny.
question. Why did you pause there?
Because what he said was so stupid, I didn't know how to respond.
No, I have another one.
Gee, I
about
wonder why
unprocessed.
black people think about race more than
No,
white people.
I know. I'm just saying,
I can't,
is
I'll
it
have to- let me
possible-
think
I
on
wonder
if
that.
I ever
Is it
landed-
possible
I
to
wonder
make-
if that has something to do with their life experience.
Well, is it
in
possible to
America.
make fun of race if you're white? That's what I'm saying. Is like is it too touchy, or is it just too off limits, or is it just better left unsaid?
This thing, I really, really get ill when
It's a great
when I
face.
hear, as a white guy, oh, I'm white. I really hate that crap.
I don't
Just,
like any of that.
I
White
hate
guy,
all that. Yeah,
black guy, this guy.
but I do love, and you'll say, but so hacky. I absolutely love any. Black people do this, white people do this. I love that bit.
Never
I don't care
doesn't
who
work.
does it.
Yeah, it's
I don't
funny.
care what you got. I love that bit.
Yes.
It's funny.
Yeah.
If you got Steve Harvey, the yellow suit special, white man fishing, black man fishing. Come on.
Yeah.
I love that.
Have you ever seen Steve Harvey's bit? It's on YouTube. See, where if baby boomers went to war. And
No.
it's so brilliant.
That's
It's
funny.
like 9 minutes, and it's extraordinary.
great.
Fuck, I need a
So
9
that's
minute
what
bit.
I care about, because
Yeah.
we were talking about money or something before.
Yeah.
I don't care how many tickets you sell.
Mm.
I don't care where you're playing. I don't care what you're raking in. Let me see the stuff. If you've got great stuff, I am really envious and impressed.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care. So what are you going to do with this money? How many square feet is your house? Who cares how far you walk to take a leak? I
totally agree.
bits. Bits is our only currency. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, and people ask, did you always think this and that? And I'll ask my wife, because I met her in '79. Did I ever mention getting rich and famous? She says, never.
Right.
Right.
Never. I was only
Right.
trying to kill in the club, be as good
Yes.
as
Right.
Leno.
You are one of the great kill.
club, though.
You're kill obsessed, which
I
is
am.
what makes a great comedian. You are up there, and I think I'm not at your level, but I have that. I have got to get these people. I have to get these people.
Yeah,
That's what I care about more than anything.
Yes, I do, and I
It's nice to live a nice life, of course. It's nice
Yeah.
how we live and all that, but
the best thing ever
It's
in the clubs,
about that.
Jerry, was a woman with a napkin going like this, right in the front row,
yeah,
because you know that you've
Dabbing.
reorientated her world.
that's
you know?
it.
Well,
That's it.
turning a crowd around is a good feeling.
Yeah.
If you're not it's not working, and you're trying every trick in the book, and it starts to come around, and you're like, oh my god,
Oh, my
30
God.
minutes in, and
Yes.
I've got them.
Did you ever open for music in the day, and
No.
go out?
No, that's too
ice
tough.
cold?
I think. Is it?
Did you do that?
Oh yeah, a lot.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun, right?
It can be. I opened for Todd Rundgren. I opened for Robert Palmer. I
Yeah.
opened for Tower of Power. Sometimes your
I love all those
hero
acts.
will be on in a second.
Yeah.
But first, this is me in
It's a big
1978 going to
challenge.
college. Dana Garno. Boo! Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Doesn't that make a man out of you?
Yes.
It does. It does.
I did for Kid Rock, in a
Wow.
like a probably 7,000 seater outdoor
Wow.
to boot.
Wow.
Mhm.
Did I get them? Let's look at a clip.
When's the last time you really bombed?
Yeah, do you still bomb a lot?
Like in
No, I
your
don't
in your
bomb.
mind, like you were off.
Look,
is it
I'm not going to tell you where and when it was. But
No,
it was
don't.
Recently, it was
Winnipeg
It was
in
within
August?
a couple weeks ago, and I came
Oh.
off and went, "That was shit." And I was really, and I'm still. I have a set tonight at the Hollywood Bowl. We're doing. Is this?
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Is this when is this?
This
drop?
airs in 2 years. No, the Hollywood Bowl sounds like such a fucking fun show. Is it
It'll
you,
be really-
Gaffigan,
Gaffigan,
Bargatze,
and Bragazzi? Yeah,
and,
yeah.
yeah,
Sebastian?
and-
Who's
and
following
Sebastian.
Sebastian?
Here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, how you gonna
we're
do
gonna
it?
go out with a top hat with 4
Oh, I
numbered
love
balls.
it. I love it.
So you might open.
I might open.
Yeah, I love it.
In your mind, you
not
may not want to
opening.
answer this. Who's the hardest to follow of those three?
Following is a philosophical. We
No,
could do a
I think
whole
there's an
thing on
energy
following.
thing there.
No,
No, I would say
Following
Sebastian.
is me versus me.
Yeah.
I'll follow.
Oh, I
anybody.
see what you're
I
saying, yeah.
followed,
So they're all
I
equal.
followed Cosby after 9/11. We did a benefit at Carnegie Hall,
Right.
And I followed Cosby, who I was adored as a child, and
Yes.
sat there on the floor playing "Why Is There Air"
Oh, yeah.
over and over and over, and I followed him. It was no problem.
Yeah.
So following, that's it. We
What,
can get
what,
into a technical
what about
discussion of what
Kennison?
follow-
Did you follow
Oh, yeah,
Kennison in his prime?
Oh well, now you're talking.
I did,
it's
and I
like-
bombed.
Right.
I had 5
But
minutes.
that's loud too. Loud is tough.
Loud is tough, but look, have you ever remember in the old days we used to flip around TV
Mm-hmm.
and you're watching a cartoon and then you're watching porn and it's no problem. You can change. You
Yeah.
can change
your
lanes.
gears,
The human
yeah.
brain is built to change
No,
lanes.
you just need a minute. So if I follow Dennis Miller and when he's really got them, I can follow it. But you have to deal with his energy for a couple
No,
minutes.
forget it.
Well,
Carvey's
None
tough.
of his energy is none of your business.
Okay.
it stays there for a moment. You can't,
Yeah, that's none of you. That's not your problem.
I just go out and do something like that. Say I'm playing Tucson. I go, "What's up, Tucson?" and I have them.
Okay, last night I did a set, right? But I'm on the bill, so they know I'm there, and that only matters because John Mulaney comes in, and he does a guest set, and so he's very hard to follow anyway. And he's I'm not saying I don't agree with you, but he's also a guest set, so it's even better. You know what I mean? His surprise.
Right.
He goes off, and you want to tell the MC, which you would never do one joke in the middle, but I didn't even say that.
No.
Didn't use that bullshit, that
No,
crutch.
screw that.
I just said, bring me right the fuck up.
That's right.
And then I went up and I just said, John Mulaney, great. You guys got lucky tonight. And then I go right into it.
Yeah.
And I did good. And
So-
it's hard.
It's
So you just go right into it. You go, I got to floor it because
Yeah.
you can't be the one they take the night off on. You know, if there's great comics in a row like you four tonight, sometimes they go, I've laughed too hard. If someone their first joke doesn't work, they go, yeah, let's get some beers. And then everyone kind of goes down for you and you go, oh, this is the one they took off on. They just kind of said,
right.
Well,
all right, he's not going to be that great.
in your case, Jerry, I saw it up close. It was at the comic strip.
Ooh.
Must have been early 80s.
Oh my
or
God!
mid-80s.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're going into the files.
So
now.
there was
Fine.
there was a lot of stuff going on. Like people were killing or drinking. The room was completely unsettled. This before you were Jerry Seinfeld.
All right.
So you came up and I was just in the back watching. And you're doing your thing. No laugh. No laugh. No laugh. But you're not losing it. You just keep going and going. And after about 7 or 8 minutes, you started to get him, and then you ended up killing. And I remember, I never forgot that. I go,
Wow.
this guy
You don't give
is
up.
bombing, but he's just laying out these great bits one after the other. No one cared. Everyone's talking.
Right.
But you wore them down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
See,
Well,
I gave
that-
you a compliment.
Thank you. Thanks, Dana. That's so nice. Well, we could.
He calls
talk.
it out too. Here's a compliment.
Yeah.
No,
The
you know,
PR guy. You're not
corporate
just
gigs are like that. Corporate gigs, sometimes you can get them after like 20.
Yeah.
They start hating you or just they don't care about you. And then they start to go,
Corporates are
what
a
the
whole
fuck's this
other-
guy talking about? And then they start to get some smiles. And then if you, that's a big victory, especially a corporate gig.
Yeah. So you do corporates. We all do them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you saw the house.
Yeah.
I think I get this from getting $28 at the Improv.
I used to do like 50
No,
a
They're
year,
paying real
60
money
a
at these
year.
clubs now.
At the clubs.
Yeah, these clubs you get making hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, you get it's up to 50. No, not 100, but
No.
it's up
Well,
there.
400 seaters, 2 shows. Would you ever do 2 shows anymore?
Yeah, I still do.
Okay.
In one night.
Yeah, one night.
Wow. What is your perfect size venue? A lot of people brag like we played this and it's
I
bigger
don't
and bigger.
like to even.
you wouldn't
but don't you?
care
What's
if
a good
it's,
type? Is
It's
it
not my job.
is a couple thousand where you want to stop and
It's
say?
not my job. The stage is my job. I don't care who's out there.
I know. I'm saying.
I don't
Do you
care.
like it? You
No,
don't care.
I don't care what I like.
So if they
I know what you fucking like.
would you prefer
I do like
screens
that.
or not screens? You don't care.
I
If
don't.
it's 20,000
Caring is not my
seats,
job.
Do you want the microphone
It's-
to actually amplify? That's not your
Do
job.
I love arenas? No,
Thank you. There we go. We cracked him down. We broke him.
I don't love
Okay,
it.
Jerry-
But it's not my job to
if
think.
you're hired,
Jerry,
you're
let
supposed
me-
to do good no matter what.
What?
Are you saying if you're hired, you're there, you do
I'm
good
here
no
to
matter
do the
if
best
it's
I
one
can.
person or 100,000?
The best I can with your setup. That's
Jerry,
my job.
I have a
Okay.
question for you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to answer.
Good attitude.
I know what you would have done.
That's very
So I'm
political.
playing-
this gesture is like.
There he is, Jerry
Yeah.
Seinfeld. Funny.
Don't you love Dana?
Good.
Just quick.
Yeah.
When they go,
Energy.
look. The word look is like, I what do I say? When they get asked the
Yeah.
question, look.
And I disagree with everything you've just said. Who had the bit where they have the glasses on and they go, "What do you mean my son's gay?" Who was that guy?
I don't
can't
remember.
But anyway,
I
so-
had a putting a cigarette out bit to end the argument.
I had
Remember
one of
that
those.
bit?
But I used to do it. The people who smoke when they're not annoyed by the smoke until they put it out. So anyway, that was great. Went to the pool.
Don't forget your question. I want to.
What about the
Okay, here's
doctor
the
eating
question:
chips?
What Jerry Seinfeld would have done?
Yeah,
Maybe 1,000-seater out in West Virginia.
a little soft.
Jay Farrell played the night before, so I assume. So I said, "Sounds just like Jay." I mean, how's the sound? I didn't do a sound check. Oh yeah, it's great. Sounds great. So I go up, huge slap back. Hello, 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 hello.
Horrible.
I don't think they can fix it, or they would have. So I had to do the whole set feeling like I was in a fishbowl.
Oh, that's hard.
Trying to,
That's really hard.
Because you start.
No, it wasn't hard, because hard's not my business.
Yeah.
No, hard is your business.
Hard
is exactly
the choice
your
is just
business.
to suck it up and do it.
That's right.
Or to go, could you guys?
But you start to have a mini production meeting because you're trying to be funny. But you're like, hey, guys, this guy from DeVry over here. But honestly, could you fucking fix this? And are you hearing that? And then blah, blah. And are these lights too bright? But you try to work it in, but you can't just stop and go, okay, here's what's going on. Because if they can't fix it, now the audience is onto it going. Oh,
I did a show 2 weeks ago, and I said 10 minutes into the set, please go to the box office and ask for a refund if you're not happy. And $4,000 had to be returned because they cocked up the sound. They cocked up the sound.
So, by the way, when you had that bad set, did you think you were just? Sometimes I feel like the audience.
It was
is
a
better
B.
than
It's
me.
a B.
Yeah, I was about to say easy.
But
Dana,
you
bad
felt
set.
sometimes the audience, you're better than the audience. Sometimes the audience is a little quiet and you're really on, and sometimes the audience is really good, and I feel just a little.
Yeah, that's all fine.
Yeah,
but
good.
There are those shows where you can't get that coat off. You know what I mean? You walk in someone's house, you got your coat on, and your job is to take your coat off and just be comfortable in their house. And that's a set. When you get your coat off in front of the audience, okay, I'm here with you. We're socializing, quote unquote, and I couldn't get off of myself. You know, I have a trainer guy, Adam Wright, and he's a sports psych. He works for a lot of teams, a lot of Olympians, and we discuss the negative voice a lot, which every comedian is intimately acquainted with. The war between you and the negative voice on stage, telling you, why would you even go into this field? It's clearly not your forte.
It's not working. You know? It's not working.
Tennis is very strong. Tennis, golf, and stand-up, if you have to have a strategy for the negative voice, so you won't be able to play.
I would say, like, the code analogy for me is sometimes I forget to say this one thing right before I go out. Have fun. And if I forget to say that and I'm out there and why is this not feeling good? I'm not having fun. But the good sets are like you're having fun. It's a subtle distinction. But if you forget to have fun and that voice is really loud, the best is when the voice is gone.
Right.
That's the best.
Yeah, it's very hard to completely. Yeah. But fun is not really a good.
It's an internal
clinical
feeling.
word. The sports psychology word is flow. That's the state that you seek in writing or performing. Or socializing. Flow is really the word. It is a bit overused, but there's no better word for it.
Would you accept zone?
Tone?
Zone?
Yeah, zone. I'll accept zone.
Okay.
I'll accept
But
zone.
flow is a little more.
Flow has movement.
Yeah.
And that's what you're always trying to find. You know, let me try and do this bit a little different. Maybe I can find fun or flow. But when you get flowing and then they get flowing and then you don't have to work.
Well, it's like you're enjoying it and they can feel it. And it feeds. It's a feedback loop. You know, you guys are seeing the really good show. Right. Do you ever do that? Do you ever, like, it's going really well and you say, you guys are really great tonight? Do you?
I can't do that.
I didn't think you would.
No.
I didn't think you would.
I tell them it's their fault when they're not laughing.
Yeah.
I got to let them know.
What I will say is my version of that is I'll just take a sip of water and go, let's go to work.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. That's my way of saying this is a good crowd. I'm into this.
I have a theory that most comedians, especially the all-time greats, have a little bit of a tell for the audience, and that's a little giggle. And if you look at Pryor had the a constant little thing.
That's funny.
Louis C.K. will do 8 or 9 minutes, and then once in a while he'll just do a big laugh, just like. And
really?
you'll do it. And then you'll put a little laugh in every once in a while. It's very subtle.
Yeah.
But they're seeing that you're enjoying it.
Yeah,
you know?
I've seen that.
Well, your eye is stunning, by the way. You have an amazing eye.
Thank you.
That you picked those. That you know that and you tweezered those out. That's great.
Well, now
That's
I'm
great.
just curious. I
got a tweezer for you.
I like to see a great comic that
Watch
doesn't
this.
have one.
I don't think you
Not
do.
sure.
I don't think you do a tons of crowd work.
No.
From when I've seen you.
I do. My encore is always Q&A. I take.
Okay.
I guess that's crowd work.
That's just fun, right?
But you don't open with it. So, you win them over without it, and then you
Mhm.
have it at the end. But a crowd work thing that's funny is when someone goes, "Hey, blah blah blah," and then they answer, and then if it doesn't get a laugh, he goes, "2 weeks ago in Cincinnati, I asked this lady the same question." I go, "You're reliving a joke that wasn't from this crowd? Have you seen that trick?"
Oh yeah,
It's hysterical.
yeah. It's.
I saw it last night. I was like, "Ay caramba!"
How do you feel? This is a younger person's thing that they do.
This one's for
I'm
me.
curious if it bothers you. Any comedian that says, "When I wrote that joke," that's not really part of the show, dude. Don't.
It's not really fun.
No,
We've come here.
Dude.
no.
We've come here to hear. Let's play the illusion that you're this
Let's
funny.
have the magic. Yeah, the
It's
rabbit
illusion.
will appear, and we don't know how it got out of the
Yes,
hat.
we don't
Yeah.
say when I wrote this joke,
Right.
please.
Now, when you're watching stand-up or watching a special, do you find yourself being analytical a little bit?
What are you talking about?
Well, you're going, oh, he's doing that bit. Oh, he's doing, just watching the stand-up, maybe a young stand-up. It's all right. We can move on.
Wow,
Note to self: never bring
that
up.
was worse than the race.
Sorry about him. Sorry about him.
You sit down for
It was. Thank God.
No,
Thank God.
You're just saying it's so obvious that you do.
I am always. We're always have the meter running in the cab. We're watching.
Yes,
How
but-
when I watched Nate when I called.
Great writer.
Yeah,
great
and I
stand-
watched his second special, and I wasn't really that into him. I hadn't seen. I shouldn't say that. I hadn't seen much of him. But the second one, his laugh per minute rate was so high.
LPMs.
Yeah.
So you called
So
him.
that I called him and I said that was a really. And my daughter is writing comedy, and I said this is what we call tight. This is what this defines tight.
Yes.
And so the meter's running, but I will totally get lost in anybody I like. But that other thing is also there.
Well, once in a while, stand-up has someone come on. It's kind of they have their moment, And so I think it was 7 or 8 years ago when I just was going through and watched Sebastian, his first kind of special.
Yeah.
And his physicality.
Yeah.
And his rhythm is sitting there. He's clipping his toenails over there, eating the Cinnabon, and I was just like, okay, this is a rebirth for me. This is new, familiar but new, and I knew that was his moment.
Right.
And I'm trying to think the current, but that happens once in a while.
You know, it's funny.
It lasts a few years, and then
not often.
Not often.
Not often.
Once a decade.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely.
probably. It
I
was
think
Louis,
Nate is having his moment. Sebastian had his a few years ago. Who was before that? Chris?
Well, Louis.
Chris.
Louis.
Yeah.
Louis.
Louis had his moment.
It's quite rare. It's quite
Yeah.
rare when all the pieces come.
Nate does have a high
yeah.
slugging percentage of like,
Oh yeah.
you keep watching, you go, wow. Because a thing that I was not accustomed to, and you probably weren't more, is when a new thing of doing tour special.
Right.
And I always feel like the first one's probably the best special.
Yeah.
And then these are the second best jokes. Then the third. It just feels like just because how hard I work on just jokes to work, and I hate throwing them in the garbage. And
Yeah, me too.
and you don't really have to, I guess, because I sort of like a little mix. I like stuff that I love, and I like stuff that, like, if you were on, I wouldn't mind if you pulled out They've Seen the Fork or whatever that joke is.
Yes, I still do that. But I hate to tell you this.
Yeah.
We're old and out of it.
Yeah,
That's just not the way it's done.
I'm told every day.
Of
Yes.
course.
But if I went to see George Carlin, I would love if he did baseball and football.
Oh, yeah.
I would love that.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Is
but
I love
but
that
I
shit.
think our day is past.
No,
I
it's-
remember a comedian coming to
done.
the Punchline in San Francisco. It might have been Frank Orshin or something.
Wow.
The impression. But he was like
Oh, I love him.
55.
The Riddler?
Right.
And I was like, what is he even
That's-
doing this for?
Why would you still
Why is
be
he
out
even
of
in
the
show
house?
business?
Yeah.
I was 26.
Do you remember Denny's joke? For some
Denny
reason,
Johnston.
No, Denny Miller.
The Denny.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember? For some reason, I want to see Nancy Reagan in Frank Gorshin's old Riddler costume. Do you remember
You
that
already
joke?
said?
I think
Oh,
about
my
that joke at least once a week because I love that joke so much. It's
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. He has to say Frank Gorshin's old Riddler
And you
costume.
see the image
yeah, and you
immediately.
get that image.
The green tights.
Yeah, I mean Dennis. I love Dennis.
Dennis, my favorite one. I don't know why this one always stuck in my brain.
Yeah.
He's up there and goes, Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care.
Yeah.
Big pause. What the kind of hell attitude is that? Just, I'm so glad you're laughing that hard.
Yeah,
I love Dennis so much.
Dennis
I love
is
him.
brilliant.
I love
I
him.
mean,
He was the one when I started, when I would go to the improv when I was like that old, I was probably 20, 21, and the chalkboard. And it would be guys like you and Leno and maybe Dennis and Kevin. Not so much Dana because he was more up in San Fran when I started, but I'd see him.
Mhm.
But I would go in there and it was such a great comedy school just to watch and go, fuck, is everyone this fucking good? I mean, it's unreal.
what
Like,
about his big gulp one?
you know what I mean?
You know, big gulp,
Oh, yeah.
32 ounces of liquid. Who needs that much liquid? I just stepped off the surface of the sun. I'm a little parched. You know,
Yeah.
something.
You can only drink with a fucking undertow. Park
Got a
your
life
jet
to lead,
skis.
cha cha. Or the guy who didn't forgive the Pope. You're lucky my chick's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny. Yeah, Dennis got $1 million. But I
Yeah.
think in the Hall of Fame of our generation, I think of you and Leno and
Oh,
Dennis.
thanks. You know, I saw
Um,
Jay last night.
Yeah.
Jimmy, we had the premiere of Unfrosted last
Yeah.
night. Jay was there. Jimmy Brogan was there. Larry
Oh.
David
Jimmy
was
Brogan,
there.
Yeah, okay.
And I felt like I was getting married
Oh, they
to
all
myself.
showed up.
It was like
Well, yeah.
it's like, well, there's the life. That was the life. That
Oh,
was
fun.
it.
Yeah.
The history.
It was
of
it was fantastic that they showed up. You know, who
It's
wants
nice.
to support me? Why? You know, but
Yeah.
they're
Jerry
great.
needs more success.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Help
obnoxious.
him. Help
Yeah.
this guy. You know, not to talk about the movie, but
I'm ready
Unfrosted,
to talk about the
speaking of
movie.
tight, one thing that hit me pretty quickly was how fast it was moving. Like
Uh-huh.
not really like a normal movie.
Mhm,
It was like not only it's got a story, so it's not just set up punchline, but it's really line lap line. I mean, once you see, you get it feels like a rhythm where it just goes, wow, you're not wasting any time.
mhm.
You're getting the scenes out, which takes a lot of work ahead of time to
Yeah.
just tighten. But I thought Gaffigan was funny. Everyone that came in, of course, I got the whole cast list here. But Melissa McCarthy's always funny.
Yeah,
Amy was in it. Bill Burr, of course. Is the surprise takes you a second
yeah.
to find out it's him. But everywhere you turn, there's some funny people.
Mhm.
And the movie is light. It's maybe I wouldn't say Willy Wonka-ish, but something weird. You know,
Or
something like that. Very
Airplane,
light,
or
very fun, very
It's a mad
different.
world.
Yeah.
It's people caring so much about something and so
Right.
maddeningly caring about
Ridiculous.
the serial thing.
That was the track we tried to.
This, I
sing
think,
on.
as a director, this is my first note.
Okay.
I thought was great. The kid in the first scene was
Yes.
so good.
So good.
So hard to get a kid that good. You're at
Isaac
the diner.
Bay.
Yeah.
Who I just love this kid. I saw him last night. I hadn't seen him since we shot that.
Yeah.
I just was hoping, is Isaac gonna come to the premiere? I've got to see him again. He was just a sweet kid. He was funny. He
And
didn't
had some
realize how
adult
funny
line
he was.
like I've had better days or something. There was something really funny.
Leave
He
the
said-
box.
Yeah.
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 Tough. And the guy at the counter says, "Tough day." He says, "You don't want to know."
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You don't want to know. And then a little while later, you have the little girl in the dumpster.
Mhm.
Like she was
She
a
was great.
star.
She was great.
Her
Amazing.
voice,
There
and
was
then
two
she
of 'em.
comes back. She's got a lot of
She's a
something.
killer.
Did
Yeah.
you
She's a
add
killer.
her because those two were getting laughs? Did you add a scene for them? Or
No.
It's all-
No, that
you know,
was
that's
what-
done sometimes. They
Oh yeah,
someone's
yeah. No,
doing
we
well.
didn't. We didn't. But you know, when the scenes kill, obviously there were scenes I cut, but their scenes always
All made
work
it, yeah.
well. Tell me her name again. The little girl.
Okay, I got it right in front of me.
Yeah.
Her name is
No,
Daly
Bailey was
Sheets.
the boy.
Boy in the front.
Her name is John
She's
Slattery, I
kind
think.
of a cherubic
Her
face.
name is John Ham.
I like when Amy calls her Cabbage Patch. You have
Amy
no idea.
Schumer is
She
so
like-
great in
She's
this
so
movie.
funny.
She's funny. Well, you had Gaffigan was so fucking
So
funny in
great,
this
yeah,
movie.
Yeah.
Like it was a
Oh,
perfect
you know,
part
what
for
about-
him. Like he looked like central casting from a '60s sitcom or something. I mean, it was his.
Born to play that role, right? The
yeah.
president, the son of the president of Kellogg's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who inherited the company.
Yep.
And he plays it so
Buffoon.
earnestly. I don't- Like he's
Kyle Dunnigan doing Cronkite is that was a great runner.
And he did Carson,
Yeah.
too.
I saw that with the face.
Yeah,
thing.
with the face replacement.
We had him we interviewed him right here.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle.
How
He's-
great is he?
he's
He's
so
as good as they come.
As good as they come.
Good as they come.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
underused, undersold. I'm glad you used
Very
him in that.
humble, kind of unassuming, but
Yeah,
man, is he
yeah.
Nails it. Christian Slater was
He,
great
you know,
to see
he
too.
came up with the whole Cronkite, I'll stop drinking when you stop talking.
Oh yeah.
That was an ad lib in a take. I said, that's this character. That's who he
Oh,
is.
okay.
Nobody knew that Walter Cronkite had an old bitch wife and a drinking problem.
It is a six.
Yeah.
It's our generation's. It's such a touchstone.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
cereal was huge in our family.
Oh, sure.
Huge.
Silly putty, X-ray specs.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
Tom
all get
Hanks,
a
that
shout out.
Slinky or Silly Putty. If you got one, which one? We'll tell you what Tom
Ooh,
Hanks
that's-
said.
Wow, that's a tough call. I'd probably go with silly putty because of the egg. I love the
Egg was
the
a
little-
hit.
yeah.
the two-color egg. Just made
It
me.
makes
I
you
think
think
you
of
slam it too hard, then you never see it again. It's
Yeah.
the only problem. It's a really,
Well, all that
or no,
stuff.
that's Super Bowl.
The
Super
thought that
Bowl.
goes-
Super Bowl is the one.
Super Bow's
Silly
a
Putty
hit,
is like
too.
you go for the newspapers and yeah.
I went nuts when they came out with the Super Bowl Mini. Do you remember the Super Bowl Mini?
Oh, the little
The
tiny
little one.
Yeah.
Gets
when they
lost
did
faster.
that, I
Yeah,
went,
little
wow, they made
tiny.
it smaller.
And yeah. And you would slam it on the sidewalk and it would fly.
I want a bigger one so I can fucking find it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just go and that's it. You get one out of it, and then it's like down the street.
So so you wonder, are kids having as much fun today as we had?
No.
I don't think so.
The Stingray was in there too. You
The
had
Stingray,
everything.
yeah, everything I loved.
Everything.
It was a little indulgent. I have to.
Why
cop
would it be
to-
indulgent?
I just love stingrays. There's no reason for that to be in there.
Oh, Steve Schwinn and the Stingray?
Yeah. Well, we had to kill somebody because I wanted to do the full serial honors burial.
Hmm.
That was the bit I wanted
With
to
the
do.
milk and all, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
the
the rhythm
floating
that
up.
you hit
Yeah.
with the movie was like, if this joke wasn't your thing, just wait a second.
Right.
Here's another one.
Well, we're comics.
The rhythm of
we're
it.
not film. I'm not a filmmaker. I'm a comic.
I mean, Jerry said he
I
was
asked.
a filmmaker. I think
I
you
asked
did
my.
make a film.
I have a 13-year-old nephew, and I said, "What is the equivalent of like a slinky for you to kill
Right.
time?" And he
Oh,
said,
great question.
"Porn, online porn."
Oh, God.
So-
Is that a joke?
No,
That's sad.
And Slinkies would get all caught up. I mean,
Only
they-
because you're never going to enjoy sex. You're never going to enjoy it.
no.
And that's a shame, isn't it?
I had a slinky, and I
Because
don't
of
like
They
it.
the
ruined
scene-
it. They ruined it.
I know. We had a Playboy magazine at the dump, and
You had
we
to
just
work
saw
for
a
it.
little
God.
bit. But
Spiegel
this hardcore
catalog.
porn
they
for a
ruined
first grader,
everything.
I don't agree with it. Just count me as don't like porn for kids.
Yeah.
Taking a stand.
Who said this?
Um,
I quit porn.
Chris.
Yeah. It's so funny.
You could just do the pace without the
tells me every
words
day.
in it.
Also, the fingers on his shoulder. Spade, Spade. Listen to me.
He had one of the greatest lines I've ever heard about how to be a professional comedian.
Okay.
We were talking the other day. We did Kevin Hart's Mark Twain
Mhm.
Prize.
Mhm.
He was talking to some young comic. I'm not going to mention that name either. And he was telling him. He said to the kid, "What do you do during the day?" He says, "I hang out. Don't do anything during the day." And he says to the kid, "During the day is when you make the money." I go, "Yeah, we collect it at night, but we make it during the day." So that line, he and I really love that line. That should be the code for Sam. But I think all the young kids today, they do. They're either doing these, they're selling,
Mhm.
or they're writing.
Yep.
But you make money during the day, you collect it at night.
So you go out in the world, and that's how you get big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at things
Do
differently.
you have any
Write it
bit
down.
that you haven't? That's just in your brain right now, and you haven't done it in your act? Just a thing you're working on.
Yeah, tons.
I know.
Any you want to
What, you
sell?
want one?
Well, I had a notion. I don't have any. Maybe
Give me
we
your.
could try to
no,
finish.
we'll fix
here.
it right now.
And you probably have thought of this.
The question announcements. I've got a little bit of a grip on it that I did earlier to you.
Yes.
No more. Stop announcing. I have a question.
Right.
One question.
Well, that's in your
My
act
question.
now?
Yeah,
When I
I'm
did-
working it. I'm
Okay.
working it.
You fell
Yeah.
into the
Yeah,
trap.
that was a bit.
So that was. I kind of knew that, and I was sort of. It's an assist.
Yeah, that was an assist.
I made that
Yeah.
up.
So
No.
that's one. That's I'm working
My
on
thing is
that.
this: because the phone is always going in and out of the car,
Mhm.
talking to someone. I'm taking you into the car now. I'm going for a ride. Can I just have a conversation? I'm putting you in my ear. Oh, okay.
That's funny.
I dropped. My wife said the other day, I just dropped you in the trash. So
Oh, that's really funny.
that's a concept
I love it.
that's so much more you that you can run with it.
You're giving it to me?
I am.
I don't want it. That's too sweet. That's too nice.
It's something.
I-
It's
I-
something
you've-
you
you've-
could make.
I have enough.
Yeah, you've already done so much for me just having me on the show.
You're our biggest guest in quite a long time.
That's cool.
You're.
So give me. I don't want to waste the
These are
notes
notes
that you
that I
did.
had
Yeah.
about the movie
Okay.
that I liked.
I missed the first
I love
hour,
Bill
but I loved
Burr's
it.
Kennedy.
We love Bill Burr's
He
Kennedy.
sounded like Kennedy, even his regular voice, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, Bill Burr is the only guy out of Boston that I've liked since Kennedy.
Long time.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
Those are the only two guys out of Boston that I like.
The Peppermint Twins are here. Yes, are they wearing the traditional garb? I think this meeting's over.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I mean, you know, him as Kennedy was so
Did you have to cut any friends out of the movie and tell them?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brush over that one. Okay.
What is your
What about-
favorite scene in the movie, if you have one, or one?
The Pop-Tart launching in the toaster, which I stole from Ron Howard's Apollo 13.
Yeah.
I took the same track.
Right.
Spirit in
Great.
the Sky, Norman Greenbaum.
Very
Those
cool.
Pop-Tart launches. I just like the energy of that. That was like, I felt like I was filmmaking there.
It's like felt like a big budget.
Inside
Yeah.
a toaster, that whole thing
Inside
like a
the
rocket.
toaster.
Yeah.
And the funeral scene,
That's funny,
which
yep.
was a scene that a lot of people did not want to do. They said it won't work. It's not on story. And I said, yeah, but this is why you make comedy movies.
Sure.
To do something really silly that you think will play.
Right.
Mel Brooks, the Cowboys come into the Busby
Yeah.
Berkeley. What else? That whole movie to me is to just get to that. And
Cowboys
Harvey
come.
Korman saying Raisinets at the candy counter. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Count
Well,
Vodkula. Is that one of the lines?
Count Vodkula.
It's hysterical. But it's just peppered with so many jokes that it's hard to remember all of them. But I just remember going, oh, it's still going, it's still going, it's still funny,
Yeah.
it's still funny, it's over.
All right, before I
Yeah.
forget, John
Thank you.
Hamm's moment with Melissa McCarthy when they're floating,
Yes.
flirting.
Yeah.
It's just worked really. I thought John Hamm stood out too. With all these cameos you had, how he
Yeah.
was so serious
Yeah.
Yeah.
about advertising.
Yeah, why are they
so?
so mean? It's just
Yeah.
advertising.
He gets in your face.
He was so cool about doing that and doing that with John Slattery.
Yeah, they were really amazing to do that. That was a
Yeah.
dream that you thought, could we get them?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
think
yeah.
they would do it?
Yeah. So that.
The other thing I wanted to do that I couldn't, I almost did, was Chris Rock was going to be the MC of the Bowl and Spoon Awards,
Right.
and we shot that right after the Will Smith slap, and I was going to have somebody come up on the stage and have Chris punch him out as they got there, and then Chris wasn't he wasn't up for to perform. He was still a little shook from that event,
Yeah.
but that was what that scene was going to be. But Cedric saved the day. I love
Cedric,
Cedric.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
instantly hilarious in that moment.
Do you think that would have been funny if Chris, as the MC of the Bowl and Spoons, somebody comes up on stage and he lays them out?
Without the Will Smith thing, I think it's funny. It just sort of still kind of a residual darkness around that moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't that what we're attracted to?
I don't
more
know.
than anything?
I'm just
Residual
saying,
darkness.
this we were in the writers' room. I'd be sitting with you and Spike going, it could be. Let's think about that. You know?
Yeah.
But if Chris is there and wants to do it, you get it.
I don't know if it would have worked.
You
but
can always trim it.
It was an idea.
Always get the shot.
Yeah.
So what was your first cut? How long was it? Because the movie's like 85 minutes.
84
before credits.
minutes, and there's not a chance in hell I was going to go over that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long the first cut was, but I definitely pulled out at least 15.
Wait, you had a number in your head first?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Woody, I
Woody Allen?
do the Woody. Woody would go 81, 82,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's happy. No one's not happy
It's like
with Annie
stand-up.
Hall. Is too short. We do comedy. We get in, we get out.
Yeah. I think you said about stand up,
Totally
but maybe
agree.
I asked you just off the record
Yeah.
at a party or something. Like at a certain point, it gets to be people like even Rock was his special was an hour and a half. I go, why don't you save a half for the next one? Just do a tight hour. And he goes, nah. I think they expected from him maybe, but I was like, I'm from the school of after an hour, it starts to
What
get.
they expect is not our business. It is our business. Don't give them what they want. You think they know what they want? If they knew what they want, they wouldn't have to pay to get it.
Let's get that on a
Write that
T-shirt. They knew
Yeah,
it's like-
I
Yeah.
feel like, when I'm watching someone and it goes over a certain amount, I start to lose. And that's when I start to go, God, I love comedy. And I'm starting to go, fuck, how long is this going?
You can ruin it so fast.
Yeah.
And I learned that watching Jerry Lewis and Sammy Davis at the Sands
in Vegas.
in
or-
Vegas.
Yeah.
And Jerry came out. He did 45. Sammy came out. They did another hour together. And then Sammy started singing, and it was like, This is
Too
now
much.
not a good experience.
I always felt the Jerry Lewis telethon was too long. Dane, anything
Sammy
else?
can go on a long time. I was sitting
Yeah.
with Kevin Pollak's about to go on the Tonight Show. He's out of his mind. I was just there visiting. He's so excited.
Kevin
And Sammy's singing. So Sammy gets a thing, 'cause the name of love, and then he breaks it down. Break it down.
No, don't break it
In
down.
love that came down, and I just see Kevin just deflating in the green room.
Oh,
There's a
dear.
knock. Maybe next
Oh,
time.
dear.
Oh, gang, gang.
I want to hear more stuff you like that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
The stuff that I didn't like. that
made
you
me laugh.
did
Your
like.
first name is Trat Pop.
Trap Up. Did you see it coming that we were going
No.
to? It was a mirror image.
Yeah,
The silly putty.
but I like because I knew it's
I
going
didn't
to
see that.
change.
I
So
didn't
it
know
was
how you were going to figure that out.
We didn't either.
And that was a great
Yeah.
way to
We
figure
didn't
it out.
either.
Does it make sense exactly?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
exact reverse words. Letters, rather.
So I said, if he's fucking cheating this.
No, I didn't. There was
it's-
a big discussion
Mhm.
of should we show it on the silly putty spelled backwards or make it say Pop-Tart.
Mhm.
We went
Yeah.
back and forth, and that we like to do what it would really look like with the letters would
Right.
be backwards.
Funny when it's a
Yeah.
bad name and everyone's like, yes.
Yeah,
Everyone-
like
and
we've
everyone's like,
got
"Whoa,
it.
it sounds
And
horrible.
it's
It means
awful.
nothing.
Snap, Crackle, Pop. Bobby Moynihan. Those three characters.
Yeah,
Mikey
that
Day.
wasn't Bobby Moynihan.
Mikey
that was
Day.
No,
Mikey
Bob. He
Day,
was Chef
Drew
Board.
Tarver.
I saw the
Chef
movie,
Board-
Mikey Day.
Board,
Yeah.
I don't know what
You
movie.
did a
Mikey Day.
great movie recently. Do you
Yes.
still want to do another? Do you
What are you talking about? Wrong Missy?
Yeah, Ron Missy was great.
Wrong Missy. Thank you, bud. Yeah, I when I wrote one with Theo Vaughn. You know Theo, a comic.
Oh,
So
really?
we're trying to do that. Hopefully, end of summer this year.
Oh, great, fantastic.
So we wrote it together. So
Right,
even if you like one of us, just come to that one.
great.
Yeah. It's about
who are you working with?
it's about
What-
serial. It's a little bit of a bump.
Netflix.
No, I wrote that. We don't know yet.
Oh, okay. Cool.
We don't know who the lucky winner is yet.
Right.
Embarrassing.
You
Um,
got James Marsden in there too.
yeah, James Morrison.
James
Did
Marsden.
you see Jury Duty that he did?
No.
Oh, it's
No.
amazing.
I heard about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mock documentary.
Yeah.
And the
I tell
bloopers,
people
I
I've
always
s-
like outtakes at the end.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
They're
You
me
singing,
sang.
too.
dancing, laughing, breaking character.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
fun. So
Yeah.
the movie's just fun.
Yeah, thank
and I
you.
do think that this will get a little zeitgeist. You'll have a strong opinion about this. This is so trite right now. You know, with the way the world's going,
Stop.
we
Please
need. I know
stop.
you're. I'm going to.
No, we don't.
Begging you.
We need.
On my knees.
I knew ahead of
begging.
time.
Ah,
You know, in these troubled times, Mr. Seinfeld.
I will pay money for you to stop talking.
do you have to get the cast to stay to
Gotta get a
shoot
check?
the song
Yes.
at the end of the day when they're tired?
Yes.
How was that?
Not fun.
I knew it. Anything extra on a day is like,
I gave Spike gets all the credit for that. I could not ask them. He would. He thought it would work. I never thought it would work. It does work because the song is cute
Yeah.
and it just gets you off. You know. You
Yeah, and the
need-
cow
you need-
farting thing. When you're running through the cow
Yeah.
fart thing.
Yeah.
What did you think? What were you thinking during that?
That
thing?
actually happened to Spike in real life as a kid.
Oh, seriously?
They forced him to exit a dairy barn between two a line of
Right.
cows, and I just found that so funny.
Mhm.
He was so traumatized by it as a kid,
Mhm.
so we put it in the movie.
And then your character is
At least-
traumatized.
if
yeah.
nothing else, to make him feel
I
bad.
can't get clean. You're kind
Yeah.
of having a nervous breakdown.
I
or
can't
something.
wash it out of my mind.
That was it.
Yeah.
What about you're clean now? What about my mind? I can't unsee it.
Right.
Something like that.
Do you still have this? Mount Rushmore is just something someone lied about. Richard Pryor, Carlin, Cosby, Rickles. Is that close?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Even-
But I do think I started the Mount Rushmore trend.
Oh, by saying the Mount Rushmore of
Yes,
something?
Of
oh,
something. I think. And my my advisor Tom Keeney agrees that's I did it with Rickles
Oh.
to introduce Rickles. What's your comedy stand-up
Yeah,
Mount
Dana.
Rushmore? You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but
No. But if you go back to there's two ways for me to think of it. Like now, looking back, but like in the '70s, they were all magic. I saw Pryor on Ed Sullivan doing
Wow.
regular stand-up,
sure, of course,
and they were all magic to me. Jonathan Winters.
absolutely
I
deserves
think,
that.
and Carlin. Carlin, you have to put in there, and I think that
Prior
once-
Carlin Winters, you got one more slot.
No, Robin.
well, then mid '70s, like Steve Martin, peak Steve
Ooh.
Martin,
Yeah,
deconstructing
that's pretty great group.
and Robin Williams, who
Sorry,
You
we're out
know.
of time.
yeah, we are out of time.
who
We're
I
out
thought
of
later.
It's only so
I
we have
thought
so much
later
stone.
about Robin and what 'cause
Robin.
he was very. He's like, oh, I think I might have taken material from you. You know, he was
Sure.
very, very
Yeah.
shy about stuff. I said, I try to take your whole act. I mean, the thing that he presented was a Shakespearean actor
Right.
is pushed out on the stage with no
Right.
material.
Right.
And that was the brilliant conceit.
Yes.
And he's just
yes.
wandering around, and I don't know what I'm doing. And he picks up his
that's
braid.
funny.
For those of you on Esset, this is a frisbee. And he goes, and so that was his genius. So I
Yes,
think
yes.
those Steve Martin and Robin at that
Mhm,
time for
mhm.
me, the rhythm of Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
The freedom of Steve, his freedom
Yeah.
on stage is still stunning to watch.
We'll talk about a performer expressing joy. The
Yeah.
character, the happy idiot,
So likable, yeah.
was
Yeah.
so
but a very calculated
Yeah.
joy,
meticulous.
meticulously
Yes.
calculated to be funny / dumb. It's got to be
Yeah.
funny, dumb.
It's very hard to
happy.
do.
Yes.
It's a
But-
recipe.
The acting of it, because we were talking with him, and he goes, we talked about the excuse me, and he goes, oh, it's just a catchphrase.
Mhm.
But I go, no, I saw you do it at the boarding house. You say,
Wow.
can I get a blue spot?
Yeah.
Right.
Can I get a blue spot? And you work your way to that.
Right.
Excuse me. After,
right.
just ask for a blue spot. Can it,
As a kid,
Just
oh,
a
you
blue
know
spot.
what he also says?
and
He
that's
goes,
the brilliant thing. Then
Yeah,
excuse
you think it's
me.
an actual screw up. When I was listening to an album and I'm sitting there riveted, and he goes, can I get a blue spot for this? And then he waits and he goes, blue spot, and then he goes, red or blue. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he
and then he
builds it.
keeps inching up, and then he stops playing, and he goes, you know, it's funny. I come here. I get up. I write jokes.
Okay.
He does a whole fucking setup.
Yeah.
And you think so? I'm like, someone actually fucked up,
And-
you know? And it made the album. That's what I thought.
I
That's how
If
dumb
you
I am.
asked me to name your Mount Rushmore, I think I could spend an hour and I wouldn't get it. I could not guess your comedy stand-up taste.
Yeah.
But the audience and I are dying to hear it. We
And I-
want to hear your.
If you can go.
your
I
Mount-
have one more I'm going to talk
I
about.
don't
but
think-
You
let's hear
can't
yours
add
first.
any more. It's
No,
more people.
But
That's
Jerry,
the game.
But Jerry, it's the best guy.
It's-
For me,
yeah,
on talk shows, the best guy ever. Rickles.
Rickles.
Okay, I had to say it.
Yeah,
The
Rickles and Rodney. Interestingly, no one ever talked about this,
No,
and
Rodney-
probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
The two most exciting guys on the Tonight Show. Tough to do an hour for both of them.
Mhm.
Oh, they
Tough
better in
style
snippets.
for
Yeah.
an hour.
Yeah,
Right.
for an
yeah.
hour,
That's
you
why
know.
he had the band, Rickles. and
Yeah,
stuff. But
yeah.
the genius of him, no joke. It was so dry. As a kid, it just made me laugh. He'd be out there with Johnny and Ed. Ed doesn't know the show started.
Yeah.
Ed's in the corner. Give him a cookie. Pack him an ice. He's
Yeah,
getting out of
yeah.
here. There's no real joke. It's just all
Oh yes,
rhythm
those
and
are
attitude.
jokes. Those are jokes.
Well,
They're just it's stylistic.
give him a cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
They
Yeah. Pack him
sound-
an ice.
yeah.
They
Where'd you
sound
go to
like
college?
jokes.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you can answer.
So,
So you know why? And I just want to answer because those guys were 100-meter sprinters. They were sprinters.
right.
And then other comedians are long distance,
Yeah,
middle
yeah,
distance
yeah.
guys.
Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart, long
Yeah,
distance runner.
yeah.
So
It's hard.
Dave,
I couldn't
there
even
we
do
go.
it.
Come
Yeah,
on.
because
You gotta
we-
give it
we
a
ran out
shot.
of
You
time.
You can start with Jerry.
no,
if you want.
no.
Okay.
That's
I don't
that's-
know. I know. I'd probably because it changes over the years. That's why I was asking you yours because you've seen so many since Rickles. That has anyone even put up a fight?
That's a different question. But
Okay.
the question
Mine
is to
would
you
be-
first.
God dang! I never even thought of it. I
How
know.
about
I know
just think
Steve
of
Martin.
specials is one way to do it.
I know Steve Martin for sure because I listen to his
Right,
album
okay.
so
Right.
much. And Pryor, we had his 8 tracks. If I have to have a black guy in there,
You do.
Yeah, there
You
you go.
do.
You got to have one.
You
That-
do.
it's out of 4.
If you want to keep doing the show.
yeah.
That's Long Beach. That's his special in Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
right
Is that
up
what it was, or Sunset?
Well, he
Ha-
walks out. Well, Long Beach is where he walks out. The crowd is still coming in.
They're
He's op-
still coming
He's
in.
opening up for
Didn't
Gladys
he open
Knight
for
or
someone?
something?
He's doing
No,
it.
it's Patti LaBelle.
Yeah,
opened it.
he's filming
Yeah.
a special that they said
And
he
they're
was
just
opening for
walking in.
someone. Is that possible?
No. Patti LaBelle opened
that
the show.
sounded
Yeah.
crazier.
Yeah.
Okay,
But that, yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Good
so he walks out, Is what you're saying? He
Yeah.
walks out when they don't even introduce me.
Yeah,
just to
there's
kind
no
of,
introduction, and the crowd's still coming in and talking.
I love
See,
it.
you gotta
so
shut
awesome.
the fuck up, or
Yeah.
I can't assist with my gag. Sorry. It's my
I
best
think that
Richard
was
Pryor.
Cosby.
This
Yeah.
because would you like a little pill?
Come on, David.
I mean, because I'm going to go back early like you did because that's what's shaping.
Right.
I would maybe put Carlin because I did go see him even at the Celebrity Theater in Arizona when I was 14.
All right.
And it
What about Sam?
Sam Kinison?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw him.
What about Bernie Mac? Bernie Mac.
I didn't
and
see much
Sam,
of Bernie
Yeah.
Mac.
When I want to laugh, and I'm just, that's who I YouTube those
Kennison in
guys.
You
his
know-
prime. Get out of the desert.
Come on.
Yeah,
Go to where the
Kinison-
food is. Go where there's.
Yeah, go where the food. And I saw him at Finney Bones. You might remember Finney
Sure,
Bones in
yeah.
Arizona.
Mhm.
And I would be an MC, same thing. Drove him to his condo. I had me go get him beer and do
Wow.
all that. And then he
Wow.
had a pile of Coke and he said, "You want some?" And I go, "No." And he goes, "Okay, you can stay." And he was with Robert Townsend. And Robert Townsend said he didn't want any part of that. So he goes, "Can you run me to my room?" So I drove him to his hotel
Wow.
and thirstily came back to hang out with Kinison because I loved him so much.
Yeah.
And I did want to do Coke, and I didn't want to do his because I
Yeah.
didn't want to look like a mooch.
One of my favorite Kinnison lines is from a movie, the Rodney movie. What is it called?
Back to school.
Back to School.
Mhm.
When he asks about why we went to Vietnam, and he goes, "Is she right?" Before he goes into the rant,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Is she right? Holding the rage.
Mhm.
You know, okay. I thought Kinison when you said that,
gotta
and I
see
go,
Jerry's
I don't know.
face,
There's
folks.
too many people to think of, but Kinison,
Yeah.
I had to say
It's
was
not really fair.
It really shocked me, Kinison, and I was like, "Fuck!" When you see people that really put you on your heels, like,
Yeah.
and you go, "Fuck, that's new. That's a new angle. That's new."
Yeah, yeah.
But there are comics, and I'll say that I think we're all pretty good at. You can see. You don't need an hour. You can see one joke, and you say, "It might be a fluke."
Yep.
If it's good, and if you see another good one, you go,
Yep.
"Okay, he's good."
That's right.
Like,
Do you
that's
guys
all really
remember
takes.
all it
the
takes.
Westwood Comedy Store?
Of course.
I
I-
went
That was the
there
only
like
place
I was
could
there
work.
like a Tuesday night at midnight, maybe 8-10 people.
Yeah.
First guy comes up dressed like Elvis, and he's kind of going around like that, and he goes with the cigarette,
Yeah.
Dice,
Dice.
I'm gonna get you, and he was so electric.
So fucking.
Then
it was
Kennison
funny as
came
shit.
up,
Oh, in the same show.
and he goes, there is no God, and he took his beret off, and he was bald. There's no God, and he got a guy so frenzied, the guy got up and took his pants down.
What?
Yeah. He goes, yeah. It was just like, I'd never seen anything like it. So I tried to get
Like a
Kennison
sermon.
work. I couldn't get him work because I went back to
Wow.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
And they go, what has he done? Who is he? Well, you'll find out.
I also love Pablo Francisco. Do you know him?
All about him.
I
Absolutely.
love that guy.
He's,
Now that's the kind of guy I don't see anymore. Sam, same energy.
Yeah.
Remember those? There was guys that crazy. They're crazy.
Mhm.
Altman.
Yeah, Jeff
I
Altman.
miss those guys.
Loved him on
I
Letterman.
feel like we don't see a lot of that
kind of that energy and
Yeah,
just pure.
Yeah.
madness.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Madness, barely under control.
You don't know what's
Madness.
coming. Yeah, yeah,
Pablo,
yeah.
did he later on
I
do
don't
a
know
thing where he
Pablo.
played a video game character with music and lights and he's walking around like a
Who?
Pablo?
Oh yeah, no. Pablo does a lot of techno club.
Techno.
Oh, he
I
does?
watch him all the time, all the time, just because I want to laugh. Altman, Bernie Mac.
Old
I
guys.
love watching Sam's first Letterman, and then I'll watch the second one because I like the first one. He was nervous,
Mm.
and the second one he knew this shtick works. This character works. He had the
Yeah.
long coat,
Oh, yeah.
and I love the way he took the mic. Nobody took the mic
The way
on
he
a stand on Letterman in those
Yeah.
days.
They hand it to you. and you just
Yeah,
go
or
like
you
that.
use the boom, which was so weak.
I was on the
Oh.
Tonight Show
Boom
with
was so
Carson, and Sam was out there doing his thing, and then he starts to do something you're not supposed to do, I guess, or it's
Yeah.
kind of X-rated, and I'm Johnny's next to me. He's going, "Oh Sam, no Sam," to himself. No, oh Sam, no, don't Sam. Don't you think he's fucking up, Dana? No, sorry. But anyway,
Really?
no, I didn't say that to him.
Okay.
But I was there. Carson said,
Wow.
no Sham, oh Sham. And he's out there just.
How
Okay.
great was Carson? He really did love comics.
Yeah.
You know, for all his other political structures that he put comics through,
Mm.
you know, they created the hierarchical structure to,
Mhm.
I don't know why.
Jim McCauley. Was that what you're talking about?
No, I'm sure maybe it was Fred DeCordova. You come on, you don't sit down until
yeah.
you're approved.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
You don't just come out and not do stand up until you're approved. It was a hierarchy that they built.
Mhm.
even though we were the best part of the show.
Yeah, people wait for that stand.
Do you remember your first set? Do you? Well,
Dana.
I don't remember this. Did you get called over?
No, but he called me back out. I walked behind the curtain, and he
Okay.
made me come back out and take a bow.
You killed that hard?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
It was,
but he liked it.
I was not happy with it. I thought it was good, but everybody was killing. And I didn't know in those days that if I don't have a mic in my hand, I can't do it. My thing doesn't work.
Oh, did you use the boom?
I use the boom, and I can't do
it's
it.
so different.
I can't make my stuff work with a boom.
Well, you don't have any dynamic without a mic, because then you can go a little bit
Right,
closer.
you have no
to-
vocal dynamic,
Yeah.
and you can't move
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're so used to every set you're doing is practicing like this.
Right.
And you walk out in the one that matters, and you're like, what am I doing?
Right.
What do I do with my hands?
So what are you excited about doing, David, in the near term?
Okay, that's a good one. I think movies are hard, but I like them if I like to do them.
Right.
So
What do you like about it?
I think I like when they come out.
when they're done.
when they're
You
done.
like when they come out?
You
yeah,
like the
the
party.
process
What the hell
is
is that?
the kind
You're
of
not even doing anything. You're
no.
sitting there.
Sometimes they're fun to do, and then it's fun. But if you're just doing it for the money, which I've done in the past, if you're doing it, you don't love it.
Amazing
that's
that
brutal.
you would admit that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can tell which ones. And but when you get one that's like the Wrong Missy that does well, that
Right.
becomes worldwide, and then,
Yes.
and then Ted Call, all those people, and then you feel like, oh, one worked, and I really like when a comedy works, and you go, oh, it actually worked the whole way. Because the interesting thing
Right.
was reading it, and it's funny, and it gets funnier, and doing scenes. About halfway through, I go, wait, we still have these scenes to do that are supposed to be pretty funny. If it works, this actually might be good, and you never know. Something interesting about movies is no one has it solved. No one has it correct, or they
The
just make
best
good movies.
ever
No.
do not.
You cannot
Hardly.
fucking.
If you go 100 movies, AFI, and you're looking to watch a
Right, yeah.
movie, God, or even like best science fiction, there's like 10 good science fiction movies.
Let's just, I mean, obviously, comedy's our category. Greatest comedies ever made.
Oh,
and
Or movies that we think are what we would call great comedic movies.
mhm.
That is a short list.
right, what I was going to say in terms of the stand-up,
you
and
say
stuff,
yours, and I'll agree.
our first exposure, Jerry, to funniness
Yeah.
was probably Abbott and Costello Meets Frankenstein,
Yep.
and,
Well, the TV
and Jerry
series.
Lovell movies.
Meets Frankenstein.
Loved all
Lewis
the
and
Jerry Lewis
Martin
movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those being big. So the fun of movies are like you're making this movie, and then you think of the
Oh, you're
Nutty
like those guys?
well, you're just you're trying to do something like they did. It's
Yes,
almost
yes.
impossible, and they didn't make every movie that was great.
No.
Abbott and Costello goes to Mars. It's
The
terrible.
trick is you have to meet
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Those guys aren't, their movies are not great. If you wanted to show an alien how funny Laurel and Hardy was, you're not going to show them the features. You're going to show them the shorts.
Well, okay. I won't say this question. How do you feel? Because someone was on the podcast recently,
Mhm.
and it was Michael Keaton, and said as a kid he didn't really get the Three Stooges, and then
Yeah.
now he loves
No,
them.
not a fan.
That was
Not a fan.
Michael
But
Keaton.
I watched anyway because of Curly. Curly was
Right.
so gifted, such a genius.
Yes,
The other
original.
two,
Curly.
the other two, especially Mo, you're not funny.
Well, they were in their early 60s
Oh.
when they started. It's like the
Mo
Bowery Boys.
would try to get them back on track though.
Okay.
When things are going
so he's
wrong,
like the
which was a lot of the time.
Studio exec.
What's
You
a
know,
great
you go, we
comedy
gotta-
film to you?
Yeah, go.
You have 5 seconds.
I am not in any way comparing what I
Mhm.
did in any way, shape, or form. But I watched Blazing Saddles the other day, and
Yeah.
I felt like, oh, I'm in this universe. I'm in this universe.
Mm.
This the
Yes.
the reality tone of this one is in that universe. Mel Brooks having a GOV on the back of the jacket.
Yeah.
The big band in the desert. Things that we know are not really happening.
Yeah.
But we like.
Punches the horse. That
Yes,
was incredible.
yes.
Knocks out the
So,
horse. Yeah.
wow. I would probably have to go Marx Brothers. I think the Marx Brothers, their pacing
Mhm.
today is still quick.
Yes.
And the way
Because
they
they
worked.
worked it out.
Yeah.
On
The tightness,
road.
the pacing, the complexity of the bits,
Mhm.
the physical bits with dialogue.
Yeah.
So I would pick one of theirs. There's a few, of course, that are great.
What about something like Airplane that's sort of crazy?
Airplane, absolutely. You know, Manhattan, Woody.
You know, I don't think it is funny. I don't know. It's not. Is Midnight in Paris is I think a great Woody Allen movie and funny.
Great, absolutely great.
You know,
Yeah.
Can you do you fight?
Yeah.
You know, the guy who played Hemingway.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and you know, Owen Wilson was the perfect surrogate voice for Woody.
Yeah.
Incidentally, because Woody's like, Jim Shouldn't. No, you're a terrific woman. No. And then Owen's like,
terrific.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well,
guy.
I was just wondering if you maybe want to go to a museum today.
Was he in the Seinfeld? Not no, that Seinfeld sketch, not the Woody Allen. I think that was.
What sketch?
We did a Woody Allen sketch.
Oh, really?
We did one.
It was with Jason.
The one I saw the day is today. You played the game show host with me and Schneider and Sandler.
Stand up and win.
Yeah. Stand up and win. Yeah.
That's a huge one.
That was funny. And
that was
the
fun.
way you played the host was very, very funny.
How about when you're the teacher?
Okay, the energy's waning, guys.
I know. Where is it? When you play the
I have a
teacher
question.
and we're all in the audience.
Yeah, yeah.
And you go, "What's the capital of?" And Farley goes like this, and you go, "It's not Germany." He goes. He puts his hand down. I think it was me, Sandler. I liked seeing that. It showed up, and I was like, "Oh, it's so fun to see old ones. It's like a group of everybody,
Right?
And it's funny, and you were there,
yeah.
and it's funny. Okay, that's it. I got to go, Jerry.
Okay.
I got to wrap this up. I got a million things going.
So,
today.
Jerry Seinfeld, what's next?
What is that? Oh,
Well, what's next?
You've just done
any
this movie. Are
modeling
you gonna?
for Kith? Remember when you modeled? That
I
was
did,
good.
yeah.
A lot of people like that.
How do you
That's
do with
their thing.
reviews? Because
I love bad reviews. I love them.
you love bad
Let's read a few.
reviews.
Yes. Why wouldn't you hate it? It's of course. I didn't make it for you particularly.
I made a movie that bombed in 1988. It's called Opportunity Knocks, and
I remember Opportunity
I'm
Knocks.
casually talking to. I'm casual. You do?
I didn't hear it when it was the best
talking to
movie
Bill
list.
Murray.
Yeah.
It's a Wednesday. The movie's coming out Friday.
Yeah.
Bill Murray very seriously says to me, "Can you get out of the country? I mean, could you go to the woods?" I mean, he's assuming the reviews will literally destroy me.
Really?
Any way you could hike somewhere and just be away from all electronics? But yeah, I got some bad ones.
Yeah, but as comedians, it's not fair because we have Iron Man suits that we wear in show business, which this was the biggest thing that I experienced doing this movie is seeing the lives of these actors and how different it is from our lives. They are
A lot of waiting.
They to have a house like this, like you have, they're sweating out each gig. I have to kill in this. This has to work, or things.
Or that's
could,
it. Yeah.
or there could be a downturn.
Mhm.
You and I, we don't think like that. Yes, we want our stuff to work, but you got this metal Iron Man suit that nobody can get off of you. You can go out and work.
Yeah.
You can go out
That's
and work
why
whenever you want.
It was revolutionary to John Lovitz when I convinced him to try it.
Yeah, how's he doing
Stand-up.
with it?
He loves it.
Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
He
great.
goes because the movies they edit, they cut my part, all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Then he goes, I go to the club. They go, here's your dressing room. There's the
Right.
stage.
Yeah.
I do my time and they give me a check. He
Yeah.
could not believe the arithmetic thing that stand-up is.
It's kind of the most interesting thing about our careers is we lived through what it was at the beginning to what it is now. It changed underneath us.
yes.
And I give Ted Sarandos a tremendous amount of credit for this. He changed who comedians are in the culture. He changed
Yeah.
it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I went on Bert Kreisner's podcast. He goes, I'm playing Berlin tomorrow night.
Wow.
These Netflix specials are global.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions of people.
Yeah. God bless America.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, what I'll just my final thing. What are you going to do the rest of the day? You're going to go meditate to get energy.
I'll go meditate and I got to come up with a bit
you
for
gotta do the
weekend
show
update. I'm
tonight.
doing weekend update.
Oh,
this
Saturday.
weekend?
I need a bit. I don't have a bit.
You don't have a bit.
I don't have a
You're
bit.
booked. You just said,
I'm
"Can
booked.
I do?"
I won't do it if we don't. I'm going to call Colin Jost and we're going to try and come up with a bit.
Right.
Okay.
What could you
They've
do?
invited me. I mean, I have to do it because when your movie comes out and you're on SNL,
It's a good plug,
you're
yeah.
officially, the guy of the weekend. You want to
Yeah.
be the guy of the weekend, right?
Mhm.
You absolutely should. I'm just starting to think of what you could do. But
Did you see the bit I did where the president of Pop Tarts calls me into the boardroom, Kelman P. Gasworth?
Yes. I mean, was that in the
actor
movie?
Jeff-
No, that
Oh.
was just a promotional bit. That
Oh,
we
no,
Yeah, I
ran.
saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like it?
It's not in the
with the
movie.
guy Jeff.
Where the guy says, "How do you
the
feel?"
actor. Yeah, I know.
How do you feel? People just take your stuff and do whatever they want. I go, "You mean like Friends?"
I didn't see that. I like because he goes, "I'm going to take your stuff."
Friends,
Yeah.
Friends, the sitcom,
Yeah.
took stuff from Seinfeld.
Well,
We got our trender. That's all we needed, Jerry. That's going to go
Now-
all over the world.
I saw that promo, and you need that. That stuff's floating around on Instagram.
yeah.
So what do you do on there? Anything in the news lately? Anything,
Yeah. there's
anything
things in the news.
non-protesty that's in the news lately?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll
All
hit you
right.
with some stuff later. I don't want to say it in front of
Okay.
Dan.
How does that stuff get written on the show?
I mean, the update stuff?
Yeah, update gags.
Tuesday.
So you
Well,
want to
you-
have somebody on just to do an update?
Yeah,
Good.
usually
That's the
it
writers' room.
starts like right after probably the read through on Wednesday. You kind of you would go to
Oh, really?
the update guy at the time, Herb Sargent, when I was there.
Right.
I'm thinking of doing an update thing. It just gets in the ether.
But if they say we have Seinfeld this week, they might even say it earlier in the week. But if the writers are freed up after they wrote their sketches, they go, everybody, let's brainstorm.
Okay.
And we'll come in with 3 ideas.
Okay. So I should say to
Well,
them, see what you can cook up.
If
Yeah.
you could have,
Okay.
if you could have Hugh Grant, you're doing something, and then Hugh
Yeah.
Grant comes in. Probably
He's
can't
in
get him.
London now.
Yeah, but
so-
he also was
Thank God.
incredibly funny. In the
I
movie.
love Hugh Grant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just something about that
He's
accent.
what men used to be.
The hard,
funny,
hard drinking and fun.
drinking.
Just yeah,
Collar open,
Yeah.
broad shoulders, everything I wanted to be.
broad
Good
shoulders.
looking, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
he's got really nice shoulders.
he does.
Yeah.
Well, he looked good when he had the horns on and the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Comedians,
Fanny.
you know, Nate Bargatze has good shoulders. Almost no comedians have good shoulders.
It's
Can you name one? I can't.
I
Like
was thinking
good?
about this the other night.
Sandler? I don't know. I'm just
Sandler had good shoulders when he was younger.
Younger, but now
yeah,
not so good.
anymore. No.
Okay, there's our second trend. Boom!
Rude.
You really notice shoulders. That's your update bit.
Okay.
Colin,
Yeah.
little shoulders. Jay, shoulders.
Yeah.
And you
Jay
show
had
picture-
him. I never had him.
Jay had 'em.
I never had him.
Yeah.
Comedian's
Jay was
shoulder. Then
scary.
you
Yeah,
show
I had
clips.
Jewish shoulders.
Yeah,
Here's-
Jewish shoulders.
Here's this
There's your
comic.
bit.
Shoulders, 7 out of 10. Here's this comic. And then you just go, I know you've probably already done this at home, but I'm going to go through it with you guys. And then we say, who's got weak shoulders?
Yeah.
And you'll never
It's
work
the
with them.
relationship between the shoulder and the hip. This is-
Because if you have shoulders,
then you have
what
a hip.
else do you need? When
That's
you're
true.
young,
Yeah.
if you have really
Yeah.
good shoulders,
Yeah.
everyone's going to like you.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Everyone's
Yeah.
You don't need
checking
to be
their
so
You're going to
shoulders.
get
funny.
gigs. You're going to
yeah,
get
you're going to get everything.
you get free food.
Yeah.
Yeah. People love big shoulder guys. Little shoulders, not so much. Rickles, surprisingly, I saw him once with his shirt off. Jack shoulders. Jacked.
He has a
Yeah,
solo
well, he's the
flex in
best.
his dressing room. Deej.
Yeah.
A deej.
All right.
All right.
All right, so
I got to pee.
That's enough.
Good
All right.
night.
We did a good
Good
job,
night.
Jerry.
That
You
was
did a
great.
good job.
That
Thank
that
you,
was
buddy.
fun.
That was as good as we thought it would be.
It is. It's great. It's great.